Say I feel the demons. Know me, I feel protect my freedom. Give thanks every morning. Know the most I never have my doubts. I start progress, I just gain in the wisdom. I standing tall with the United Kingdom. I've couple of my brothers in the system. From a place called Bad Britain. No say I feel all the demons. Know me, I feel protect my freedom. Give thanks every morning. Know the most I never have my doubts. As time progress, I just gain in the wisdom. I standing tall with the United Kingdom. They have couple of me brothers in the system. From a place called Bad Britain. From a place called Bad Britain. No say I feel the demons. Know me if you protect my freedom. Give thanks every morning. Know the most I never have my doubts. As time progress, I just gain in the wisdom. I'm standing tall with the United Kingdom. I'm standing tall with the United Kingdom. They have a couple of me brothers in the system. From a place called Bad Britain. From a place called Bad Britain.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, cause the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for miners, and not just miners on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat, and the obese milking welfare. Well, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground, 'cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. 'Cause the rich men, north of rich men.
Thank you very much. Oi, good evening, people. What's going on? It's Friday. We are only now 2 Saturdays, tomorrow and the following Saturday, away from Christmas. 2 Saturdays left before Christmas, people. Let's see who we've got in the chat. Let's have a look. All right, here we go in the chat. CP Audits, good to see you. DP Audits, good to see you, bro. Susan, Anne-Marie, big up Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie Thompson, big up yourself. Oh, DP with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much, bro. Big up the donation crew, and a big fingers up to these ones. He's slow. I don't know what that's meant to be, but yeah, big up BBA. Thank you, DP. Appreciate that, brother. Susan in there as well with a £10 super chat. Cheers, Susan. Merry fucking Christmas to you and yours. Do appreciate you. Who else we got? Billy Bob, man. What in the bunch of savages is going on in here? Savages. Savages. And Marie. What else we got? Peggy. What's up, Peggy? I thought I'd save some of you from that Arab-looking fella, Torbs. If ever you've seen a jealous man, Torbs is fucking jealous. Well, Oi, Torb, I've got a tick near my name, mate. Well, I've got a tick by my name while you've got ticks, literally ticks, under your dressing gown, you scruffy little bastard. Oi, DJ Hertz. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Outlaw King. Has everyone noticed as well? Where's Torbs been for weeks, man? The minute Bear Britain Audits comes back, he tries running lives for clout. Fuck you now. Oi. Who else we got in here? The MAGA make Alba great again. Yeah, make it great again, man. Boom! Anne-Marie Thompson in with the £20 super chat. Thank you, Anne-Marie Thompson. It is much appreciated. Thank you very much. You guys are very generous. Orbs is a nice guy. Yeah. If you like heroin needles. John Tracy, what's up, man? How do you like them apples? Boom! Clout chase alert! Clout chase alert! Woo, woo, woo! Nah, how's everyone anyway? On a serious note, let's not get into the drama because that's what the clout chasers want. They want a back and forth, and we're way past all that. Way past all that. So we won't do that. We'll leave Torb to wallow in his own scruffy dressing gown and leave it there. But yeah, thank you guys. I much appreciate the super chats from Susan, DP, and Anne-Marie Thompson. I hope all of you have a good Christmas with your families. In the last 2 lives, you've made more money from super chats than Torb's weekly doll payment. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Anne-Marie, to be honest, I didn't have any qualms with anyone. I said this when I brought my head back above the old parapet and started floating around the lives again. I had an issue with no one. Torbs then actually spoke about me quite highly on his live and said about how he's like one of the best auditors and etc. And he's kind of gone back on it. But we all know that Torbs talks shit and he lies to you all and he takes money for pets that didn't need it. So when he wants to talk about £100, he also took money actually off JJ. I didn't take money from JJ, by the way. I didn't take money from JJ. No money was ever taken from JJ. No money was ever meant to go to JJ. However, Torbs did sit there and beg you all to pay for his dog and then came back on a live later on that day and went, oh, the government paid for it. I didn't need your money. But he didn't offer it back. So a lot of these people on here do what they call projection. But as I said, people, I want to leave it there anyway because the guy's a fucking fool, man. In fact, if I weren't on the internet, Torb would be like a nobody. Well, he is a nobody, but you know what I mean. Hey, Matty, he does, doesn't he? Seems a bit upset. He likes defending sex pests like Ginge, so that would be why. It's because his boyfriend's been butthurt, and now he feels like he needs to white knight. Torbs does this, but we all know who Torbs is, man. Listen, even CP Reports has got a better audit in her than fucking Torbs. So big up CP. Go short. Show CP offer to take Torb out on a fucking on a on a protest or something and show him how it's done, will you? Exactly, CP reports. Go on, gal. Go on, gal. Get in there. But yeah, man, what's everyone up to? What's everyone doing with their weekend? Anyone got anything planned? I don't know if Society's live tonight. If Society's live, this won't be a very long one because I don't want to get in the way. Society X is live. He probably will do one, it being Friday, I would have thought. So I thought, you know what? I'll quickly fly one in a bit earlier and say hello, because if I do one after Society, I'll be bloody still sat there at 4:30 in the morning, tomorrow morning. And I don't fancy that. But yeah, I'm going to put the link out for y'all. Everyone give the give the live a like, please, if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Apparently, as content creators, we're meant to ask you to hit the like button. Something I don't do enough, so I'm going to start doing it. Trip home for me, Toon versus Leicester. Go on, Toon Gremlin, bro. Going soft play with little man tomorrow, and my eldest is off. Soft play is always good, man. The little ones love soft play. My youngest loved this soft play. To be fair, they do love a bit of soft play. Jerry, I see you in there as well. I didn't mean to miss you. I responded to your comment without saying good evening, so I apologise for that, Jerry. Big up yourself, Jerry, as always. You know that, bro. Much love to you. I hope you're well as well. I've got an exciting weekend ahead, going food shopping before all the Christmas crazies take over. Yeah, everyone will be up to that soon, won't they? I always get a little bit paranoid about the Christmas shopping early, though. Yeah, like, do it too early, and I feel like you've got to worry about making sure you got, and I like fresh stuff, fresh meat. And I don't really want to put it in the freezer if I don't have to. So, yeah, it's one of those. I'm in and I'm out. It's tea time. Big up the snowflakes. Have some fun. The way people jumped on Mr. Chips earlier was horrendous. Horrendous, Mr. Chips. CB, just keep putting videos out, girl. Just keep putting videos out, and that'll be enough to remind Torb that you're better than him. You're putting a lot more graft than him, and myself at the moment. Actually, to be fair, CP, if one thing you definitely had to be given credit for, it was your commitment, man. You've been out smashing it, and you seem to be getting out, and you've not let all the people and the negative comments and stuff get to you. And like you said, bugger all, fingers up to them. It's what you enjoy doing it, and you're having fun doing it. So, at the end of the day, CP, as long as you keep yourself safe, go out and do what you enjoy, I guess. Next weekend, I'm off to London with the boys and my stepdaughter to go Winter Wonderland, and then a 3-hour taxi tour around London Christmas. Oh, that would be so good, Anne-Marie. That sounds like a perfect Christmassy day with the family, So I hope you enjoy that. Winter Wonderland in London, I haven't been to in long time. The last Winter Wonderland I went to was the one in Tamworth. Funny enough, next to the illegal migration hotel, the legal migrant hotel. But it was still really good, actually. I really enjoyed it. The kids enjoyed it. Obviously, it's all about the kids. So as long as the kids enjoyed it, we as parents kind of enjoy it, right? Even though it can be stressful taking kids out. But do I need to start the Chips Defense League? You might need to. Mitch, what's going on, buddy? Old Guy Mitch, good to see you, man. Or you know what, people? If you're not subscribed to Old Guy Mitch, right? American guy, go sub to him, man. He every morning that he gets up, he does a live. He's got the music on. He's there in front of camera doing some dancing, spreading positive vibes. And we all know there's not enough positivity on this YouTube, man. Too many people want to try and stop that. So big up old guy Mitch. Don't take no shit either. One of the real ones. UK lady, evening. Hope you're well. King, I'd definitely say either morning or night would be better. Bus, weekend, daytime, and weekend would be chaotic. Yeah, like anyone go out and do their shopping like really late at night, or does anyone get up really early in the morning and go do it early in the morning? I know the last couple of times we've done, last couple of years, we've shot out really, really early in the morning, almost like opening time, and gone and got it done before it even starts getting busy. But that doesn't always work because a lot of time people have got the same kind of idea as you. Let's go out and do it at the first thing on the morning. So, Daisy Davis, good to see you. Hope you're well. And that is it, isn't it? With Christmas and families. If you have them and you're fortunate enough to be able to spend it with family, then that is what it's all about. It's about coming together and making special memories, man. I have some of my most special memories as a child are Christmases when we'd all go to my grandparents and the whole family, all the aunties, all the uncles, all the grandchildren, we'd all pile up round the grandparents. Grandparents had a very nice big house. They were quite well off, to be fair, or they done okay. And yeah, we all had a fantastic, amazing Christmas. So, like I say, for me, a lot of my childhood memories at Christmas, they always lead back to my grandparents and my time with my grandparents. So, big up everybody. Soon, always remember those who are no longer here. My nephew died back in 2001 on Boxing Day. He was only 6. Oh my God, Anne-Marie, that's tragic. That's tragic. Well, your nephew's flying high now, and I'm sure he'll be looking down all on you at Christmas. So yeah, much love to you, Anne-Marie Thompson, and your family, but also love to your nephew, who will be flying high, man. Definitely be with you Christmas Day, that's for sure. All of you. Lady, so many triggers. Then people try shit with people like me. Their emotions are so damn flaky. I've told you all before, people. It's not what gets said on this YouTube. It just depends who says it. These people have all got double standards. A lot of these people who claim to be auditors as well. Oh, 2-tier system. You are 2-tier. Literally, your whole life's 2-tier. Your whole behavior is 2-tier. Stop being hypocrites, man. And also, old guy Mitch is sharing out some of the links as well. So please, guys, feel free to subscribe to some new channels. Share the love. Some of them you might find you like. If you don't, like I say, it don't cost nothing to subscribe to a channel. And stick around as well. I don't know, unless Society comes in the chat, I won't know to ask him, but I think Society will probably go live tonight. So stick around. Society will be live as well. Or if you don't stick around in this live, please tune in later as Society X will be live. I'm sure there's a moderator who can put Society X's link in the chat. But again, I'm sure a lot of you are already subscribed. Yep, 2-tier exactly. Peggy, it's unreal on here. Unreal. And I think I missed a comment from our friend auditing. So let's see. Going to audit the North Pole. Heard Santa has opened up a migrant hotel and is kicking the elf. Hey, I will stick up for the elves, man. Yeah. Thank you all. I used to get depressed at Christmas, but since having my kids, I've had to be stronger. Moved to a new house last year and it has a Christmas tree in the garden. That's Jake's tree. Fantastic, Anne-Marie. I'm glad that you found a way to move on. And, it's not easy. We've all probably lost somebody close and dear, and it's not easy. The hardest part is trying to find a way of moving forward in life where you can you don't ever forget those individuals, but you like try to learn to live it with a little bit, live with the situation a bit better. And that's all we can do when we lose our loved ones. We're never going to forget about them. We're never going to stop loving them. We're never going to do any of that. But what we do have to do, I believe, as hard as it is we have to try and find a way to be able to carry on, because as we all know, the world carries on spinning and the world don't stop for nobody, unfortunately. So yeah, big up, Anne-Marie. As I said, much love to you, honestly, and I hope you and all of your family have an amazing Christmas. The behaviour I saw from a few weeks back at protests was dreadful. She tried to remove me under Section 14. I tell you what, you've seen a few sections now, CP. So you're learning your sections, which is good. Like, that's good, and you're doing well. So, like I say, you know what I like about you, CP, is I'll be honest, I don't watch loads of your content, but I feel like some of the criticism you've had, whether you feel it's fair or unfair, I feel like you're listening and you're taking it on board, and that's all you can do, man. And honestly, CP, don't ever let anyone bring you down on here, because they will. Like I said to you when I criticised and stuff, it was never about bringing you down or trying to make you feel shit. But like I say, you're doing a cracking job. Society X said it as well. There's probably areas where I think you probably would be better suited. And yes, some of those, like Jamie said, are things like researching and things like that. You seem to know about a lot of events that are going on. That could be handy to people, you know, because some people find it hard and struggle to actually find where these events and where these protests are. The fact that you're finding them and you're just hitting them and going to them. Oh yeah, that deserves a well done in my eyes. YouTube has changed so much since Film Boy and Auditing Whole days. Toon Gremlin, I was saying this. Can you remember those days, man? You used to have Auditing Whole that would go live at 6 o'clock, and he used to run it till about 8, half 8. I would then set up a live, and we'd all go over there for 2-3 hours, and then we all used to end up on Film Boys like after mine, and then Film Boy would run it sometimes till midnight, sometimes till early hours of the morning, and it was just always a good laugh, man. I'm not going to say there weren't drama then. I guess it's YouTube, but yeah, Toon Gremlin, you're right, man. YouTube has changed a lot since those days, a lot. Yeah, I think CP reports is more the angle you should do. Even putting news stories together at home would be good, CP. Oi, oi, Stu, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. But yeah, big up yourselves. Big up to everyone who's came in. And shout out again to those that, like I say, dropped a super chat at the start of this. It's much appreciated, people. Much appreciated. BBA pays me in crumpets and blunts to drop links. Well, don't worry. Don't worry, Mitch. We had a couple of super chats at the beginning, so I'll send you over some more crumpets, and I'll send you some more blunts. Tom T, good to see you, buddy. How's you? I hope you're well, mate. Is there anyone not looking forward to Christmas? Is there anyone that sees this time of year as kind of like time of year that they don't really like? Because some people do. Christmas is sold that we all kind of go and we spend it with our families and it's a really happy time of year. But in reality, not everybody has families. Not everybody has loved ones to share Christmas with. So for some people, this can be the hardest time of year as well. So it's maybe worth paying a little bit of thought for those people as well too. Because like I say, me, I'm very fortunate. Got a family, got children. like I say, that's not always the case for everyone. So, yeah, I think it's worth sparing a thought for those people too. Lynn Blackburn, no. Triker, Big G Meat. I think we should do a New Year's trivia night. I was thinking about that, doing something over Christmas. Something a little bit fun. I don't know what though, but we'll find something. We'll find something to do. I'm guessing Cuff Daddy in America isn't looking for. Nah, I don't think he is. Not going to be the best Christmas for him, is it? Oh, Lynn, God bless you, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope though that your dad had an amazing send off today. I hope he had an amazing send off, and my thoughts are with you, Lynn. You and your family. Absolute awful time to lose anybody, certainly family. So yeah, like I say, man, my heart, my love, and I'm sure people in the chat as well goes out to you, Lynn, and thanks for coming in as well. So yes, let's try and have a bit of a laugh, people. We don't want to be all miserable. Like I say, people have hard enough times as it is, and things going on in their lives. Some people just come on here for an escape. They don't come on here because they want to hear a load of clout chasers arguing about who's got the bigger penis, because they're really not interested. They just come here for an escape from the real world. So I'll apologize to people for the negative start to the live. And yeah, much love to every single goddamn one of you. For the record, I do. Are you saying I do? Are you trying... Matt, we're not getting married, me and you. Yeah? Me and you aren't at the altar right now. I don't need you to say I do. I mean, I like you, Matt, but, there's levels of likeness. And I just don't like you on that level, bro. I'm sorry. This is one of those where I'm about to storm out from the altar. Oh! Does anybody object? I do. I'm unsubbing. Matt. Bear, what's that? Plus, we all know Big G has the bigger penis on his forehead. Hey, Big G. We all know Big G got shout outs from a tranny. Woohoo! Big G. Bromance. We love a bit of bromance. Yeah, I'm going to stick a link out anyway. If anyone wants to join, you're more than welcome. You are more than welcome. I'm going to keep watching out on YouTube for a scheduled live from Society X, because he does usually always schedule it before he goes live. And then if I am live anywhere near that time, we can all go over. If I close it down before that live, then again, I'll stick the link in the chat at the end of the live, and everyone do jump over to Societies as well, as again, he does great lives and great people on panel, always good discussions. Yeah, we all get a little bit passionate at times, but that's because Jamie brings real life topics to the panel, and I think we all like that, really. So yeah. Did I miss anybody's link? I don't think so, old guy Mitch. If there's anybody that wants their link shared in the chat, they just got to ask, and I know one of you mods will do it. Old guy Mitch, I also appreciate you doing that and putting the links out, buddy. I do appreciate it, bro. Thanks. Yo, here's my homie, man. Beautiful serendipity. Did I say that right? Because I always get a tongue twister. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Oh, everyone as well. Can we lock up Arch Stew? He needs locking up. Oh, Arch Stew, how you doing, mate? Oh, you there, bro?
Hashtag free the bear. Wow. What hostility? It's like the first time I've been up here and it's like locked me up.
I just didn't lock BBA up a couple of times, so I thought I'd throw it back at you. Are you good? Yeah. You're a bit quiet, bro. Are you there?
Oh, sorry. I muted the microphone. I don't know if you could hear it or not, but I had a horrible echo.
Oh no, I couldn't hear it.
Oh well, you are lucky. I'm so good.
I probably just couldn't hear it over my big gob, to be fair.
Well, there is that.
Well, what's this? Mrs. BBA told me that BBA put that much junk in the trunk he can chew a Werther's original with his arse cheeks. Right.
Come on, BBA, back that up. We want to see that shit.
I mean, yeah, I can't say I've ever stuck a Werther's original up my arse, but you know, there's the first for
putting it up there. You've got to chew it too.
Stay safe, Daisy. Thanks for coming in, girl. Thanks for coming in. What have you been up to anyway, Art? Are you looking forward to Christmas, bro?
Nah, not especially, to be honest. I'm not a big people fan.
No, that's a bit like me. I'm a bit antisocial, to be fair.
It makes it hard, doesn't it, when you've got kids and whatnot? Because, you know, you've got to put in the effort and then, like, come home and have a drink and tell them to fuck off.
Well, my youngest had a nativity play today.
All right, yeah.
And I've gone to that, right? And you just got all these parents there, and they're all so jolly and festive, and like, oh, look at the kids! Don't they all look amazing? And then I'm sat there, and I can like, oh, I'm tearing up, and I'm like, get a grip, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's brilliant to see my lad in his first nativity play as Joseph as well, so he got the main part, but come on, man. Let's get a grip a little bit. So, yeah, because I'm very antisocial in that way, as much as I was enjoying being there to watch my lad, I was also there thinking, get me away from all these parents, man. I hate it. I don't know why. I'm a miserable git like that.
I think that's quite normal, isn't it? I don't understand these people that want to be surrounded by strangers. That's like, there's something weird there, isn't it? Why do you want the approval and, you know, the love of strangers?
I know they'll all be stood there talking, right? And I'm like, I was doing my own thing, looking in my phone, and I'm having a vape outside. And the missus says to me, when everyone were like, you know, when you get like that minute where no one's around, and the missus is like, you're a bit ignorant, ain't you? What do you want me to do? Stand around with all you mums talking about like whatever you mums talk about? No, thank you. It's not my thing, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't understand where she was coming from. You're a bit ignorant. Oh, sorry, I didn't stand there and chinwag with you all.
It's the one thing that COVID was good for, wasn't it? You had the perfect excuse, you know, to like stay away from people and not talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did quite enjoy that, to be honest.
Did you?
Yeah, that and all the extra money I got from work. It was like making money through my, you know, it was unreal. Couldn't go back to that money again.
Was it Paul Anderson says you may have anxiety, mate?
Well,
yeah, maybe. I mean, I would say maybe a little bit it is anxiety, but then like if I hold my hands up, it must be like selected anxiety, because like if I was in a situation whereby there's a lot of people about, I don't know, I can't explain it, but like I've been in, you know, heavily populated areas with people at events and things, and I don't feel like that. So I don't know. It's a bit weird. But yeah, it could be. It could be a bit of a anxiety thing. Don't be a Grinch bear and just enjoy the memory that was made instead. That's the problem. I've got all these women in my memory. I'm tearing up. So I get a grip. I'm trying to enjoy my mate. My son. I don't know where my mate come from. Yeah, I'm trying to enjoy my son's nativity. Yeah. Enjoy it while they're young, because they soon grow up.
You don't get that stuff for long. A couple of years and it's all done, isn't it? You know, you go through it every year is what it seems like at the time. It's bollocks, it's not this again, is it? It was awful last year. But
See,
then,
we have
like,
my son's birthday over the Christmas period as well, so it's too much going on at one time, man.
I've got my mother's birthday at the start of December. Mine and my missus, like, we're both like 17 and 21st. Then my dad's the 23rd. It's like December gets fucking expensive in my house.
I remember I was doing the school run this one day, right? This girl like come up to me, "Sir, can I ask you a question?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "It's going to sound really weird." She's like, "But by any chance, do you go on YouTube?"
Oh,
And I was
dear.
like, "What do you mean? Do I go on YouTube?" She was like, "Well, do you do YouTube?" And I was like, "I do it." I know I'd seen you somewhere. I knew I'd seen you somewhere. I've heard that voice and I've seen you, and I just couldn't put it's YouTube. I was thinking, fuck you now. Shit.
what have they seen? How much do they know?
Yeah. How much do they know? God damn.
Have they told anyone else?
Yeah, so yeah, man. Two Saturdays left. We've got tomorrow and next Saturday, and then it's when is Christmas this year? Does anyone know? Is it like a Wednesday or something?
I've got no idea. I've got three shifts left till Christmas. I know that much.
Let's have a look. That's the only good thing I can say about my work, bro. Yeah, is nothing now till the new year. Nothing now till the new year. The Wednesday.
Isn't it?
You what, mate?
What have you got then? 3 weeks off?
Yeah.
That's not bad, is it? I get 2 weeks off. I'm quite happy with that. But like,
Yeah.
3 weeks.
It will only be this year, though. It will only be this year. Next year, I won't be as lucky. It will only probably be about a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Oh, we get 2 weeks off every year. You know, and then like obviously loads of people like, you know, throw in like a few days holidays here and there and end up with like the month off, it seems like. But I'm never that well organised.
Anne-Marie says Thursday, everyone else says Wednesday. So Anne-Marie's going to celebrate Christmas on Boxing Day instead. Go on, Anne-Marie. You make it up as you go along, girl.
I do believe some countries in Europe have it slightly different days, don't they? I think Germany do it the day before, don't they?
They do, don't they?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. I've never been there at Christmas.
No, is it Polish? They do it slightly earlier, don't they?
I thought the Germans did. I'm not sure about the Polish.
Let me check that. I'm sure Polish.
Like celebrate or like Christmas Day and Christmas Eve.
Sure they have it on a different day. Because I remember when do the Polish people celebrate Christmas?
Do your kids know what Christmas is about? Like, you know, like the Christian traditions of Christmas, or have you not got...
The eldest does, like my stepdad does. I wouldn't say the two youngest. I mean, like they kind of do because they've done the whole nativity play and they've been learning about it. But I mean, how much do children of that age take it in? I don't really know.
They understand it's like meant to be Jesus's birthday or whatever, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you teach them that, or did the school?
Both. I actually, and again, I don't go like all the time, so don't like sit there thinking, "Fucking hell, you're a fucking religious guy." But I take my kids to church, mate. I go to church myself.
No, fair enough.
I don't go all the time, but I do go.
I took myself to church one time when I was like 14, and all they did was sing songs, and I never went back again. I thought, no, that ain't for me. Like, there was no, like, they didn't even read the Bible. All they did was like sing hymns. It was absolute fucking bollocks. I grew up with like a Protestant father and a Catholic mother. So, like, you know, I didn't really get to talk about religion in my home. It was Quite an area.
Everyone asks me that, man. I have the heating on. The heating's on now. I even have a radiator behind me. My hair's kind of all over the place. So I thought I'd hide it just in case I was an idiot like then and turned my camera on. Yes, David, good to see you, mate. Yeah, big up, beautiful serendipity. Maybe you would never want to do that, beautiful, innit? Because like it would probably be bringing too close to home. But I say, man, maybe we should maybe one time play some of your lads' music on here. But like I say, probably not a good idea. That actually, probably not a good idea. But I hope he's well as well. Beautiful. Don't even want to say his name on here, to be honest. You know what I mean? Don't like giving people too much information, but
no, the little, it's tied together, the better, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's weird, man. Like I've seen Beautiful on here for like a while, yeah, and like anyway, it was like put to me the other week. Like she was like, "Oh, are you like from?" and mentioned my hometown, and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "That's my hometown." And she's like, "Oh no way, that's where I'm from," etc. Anyway, turns out that I won't say like one of my good friends because we haven't spoke for many years, but a lad that definitely was a friend back in the day, and we used to all be in the same kind of social circle, happens to be Beautiful son.
It's a small world, isn't it?
Small world, isn't it, mate? Proper small world.
Yeah.
Really small world.
That's how your mum always knew what you were doing when you were a kid. It's a small world.
What's that? Banned from my church for playing football in it. Christ, you must have gone to the wrong church, Striker, man. You know, take you to a church that I go to, and they'd probably let you play football in there, as long as you're not going to break shit. They'd probably let you play football in there, to be honest. Real, like, modern kind of church. It's like even the music, it ain't all like, oh, yeah, hymns and shit. It's all like they have a proper live band up on stage, and like, yeah, it's actually like real cool. Some of the music, anyway, I don't like all of it, but some of it's actually like pretty cool, man. There's always, like, when I've been before, like, there's always this one black lady. I think she's like African lady, yeah, and she's always proper up dancing, man. Like she almost turns it into like that gospel feel church. It's it's quite entertaining, man. People have a bad perception sometimes of what church is and stuff, but if you go, these traditional old churches, they can be a bit boring, and you know who wants to be there. But some of these modern churches, believe it or not, they're pretty cool, man. They are pretty cool. Fellow trolls, I'd suggest moving on. You ain't welcome here. I've got this covered. ABBA. Everyone in chat. Yeah, Diesel, I just want to quickly address something as well. And I know you probably don't think it, but I do want to address it because you're someone I've always got along with. Do you know what I mean? On YouTube. The other day when we were in a chat and I said something towards Ice Chain, you might not have agreed with what I said to Ice Chain, but what you got to realize with Ice Chain is Ice Chain, and everyone knows this, Ice Chain goes round most chats poking and picking at people. It's what he does. It's almost like his identity on here. My only thing I'd say to that is that's fine. Just don't cry about it when you get it back. Also, he does a lot of lying, and he's been doing a lot of that and trying to bring up shit recently that's not true. Other people have asked him, who he claims to have respect for, have asked him not to mention it, and they carry on, put it in on community posts. But yeah, what the thing that I said that apparently Diesel, you weren't too happy with what I said. He tried telling everybody once you left that chat that day, and actually put it on his community page, that comment was directed at you because I knew about your situation, when actually, as long as I've known you, Cardi, I didn't actually know that about you until that day. So I just wanted to clear that up, that if you felt that was aimed at you, it definitely wasn't. And if I upset you with my comment, regardless, again, that weren't my intentions. I've been out a bit. Have you two fell out again? Who are we on about, Yogi? Because I feel like if I got to go back to being, well, not that go back to being careful about what I say, because like I say, I'm not going to sit here and rant and rave, but I ain't going to go back and forth with people that I don't need to. If you're on about you and Torbs, no, mate, I haven't. My stance stays the same as what actually it did when I started floating around the lives again, Yogi. Any beefs I had with anybody in the past, weren't interested in. If people spoke to me or, you know, were okay with me, I'd be the same back. Yeah. I'm not going to have any animosity with anybody. However, Ginge has been on the attack recently towards me. I said something to Ginge, which Torbs doesn't agree with, and probably other people don't either. But Torbs has then had to go and run a live the other day with my name in the title. And he's done the same thing again today, just bringing old shit up. So I don't know what his problem is when he was the one actually a couple of weeks ago that said, actually, I got some respect for Bear, blah, 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 blah. I got no problem with him. I was just as bad as you back in the day, and now he's starting again. So, like I said, I can only put it down to Clout. And other than that, Yogi, I'm going to kind of move on. Again, what I did have to say is at the very beginning of this live, other than that, I'm going to move on, man. All these back and forths, it don't interest me. I'm not invested in this. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm just here for a laugh and a bit of conversation. And when you see me making silly fucking comments towards people in the chat, it's just an opinion on what I see. Does it hold any weight to it? Not really. Do you know why? Because the people I'm probably aiming at, I'm strangers to, so it shouldn't hold no weight. Just like if, I don't know, Connie Thunder turned around, it shouldn't hold no weight towards me. It's just an opinion. It's just a bit of banter. Some want to take things out of context and then look to run Clout off it to give them content. That's fine. I'm just not about wanting to be anymore. Huh?
Oh, I was just adding a little sneaky hashtag lock up BBA.
Yeah, well, lock up BBA, exactly. You know, like I say, I'm not interested in it, man. I just come on here for a chat and a laugh. And I don't even go on all panels. I'll go in chats in some lives, but there's only certain panels I actually go on. And that's because they're the type of panels where I like to go on and try and get involved. I don't always, so sometimes I might quieten up if it's a subject that I ain't got a clue about, because I don't really like to talk about things where I know nothing about it. If I don't know about it, I don't want to talk about it. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? Like, no good me sitting there.
I don't like talking shite about anything. I don't really need to know much about it. I've got an opinion. I'm quite happy to spat out my bollocksy opinion. It is bollocksy. I'm quite happy to admit that. So no knowledge there.
Oh, okay, I've done a few weeks. Can't be asked, to be fair. They all run off the clips, then turn it on me. Yeah. Yeah, I get it, Yogi. Listen, I'll give you some shit, mate, back in the day because just because I was fucking off my head and I fucking hated everyone in the world and I thought everyone was against me. So, and unfortunately, a lot of other people do that on here. So I'm not going to get back into that habit of that. Like, I'm just there to have a laugh. I take everything I see on here with a bit of pinch of salt, unless someone's bringing like some kind of receipts and it's something that we all feel that's strong enough that we need brought to our attention. Otherwise, I'm not bothered who Joe Blogs is shagging off YouTube. I'm not interested in who's broke up. I'm not interested in he said, she said, fucking they all said, but it doesn't matter because he said it. Like, all of that I'm really not interested in. It's very childish.
It could be good fun if you're in the mood, isn't it? But like, it needs to be swept under the carpet again so quickly, and that doesn't happen on here, does it? It just sort of carries on and carries on and carries on.
No. Very bollocks. I don't really know what to say to you, pal, to that. Like, there's 76 people in the chat, and you've got 100,000 subs. I don't really know what to say other than I know. It's a shame, really. It'd be nice to have more people interested in my lives as they are my content. But in reality, most of my subscription base or my viewership, should I say, comes in the videos. Well, it comes in the videos. Like I think all together, I've got like over a combined over total of views of like over 26 million on the channel. Well,
I was just thinking, 6:30 on a Friday night, they're probably in the pub.
Well, yeah, but even then, I still don't get that many, and I haven't been doing lives. Listen, I don't do these lives to have the biggest live. I don't do these to have the. It's nice if I've got a lot of people in, but I would just rather have a nice group of people all be engaging in the chat and maybe on the panel as well. Other than that, it doesn't matter. Definitely, and I know probably you hear other people say this on lives, but genuinely, I would rather have quality over quantity. And at the moment, I see 70 people. Well, not 70 people chatting, but there's 70 of you in here. She'll slip your punches. Good to see you, girl. And a lot of you are all typing away and chatting. So for me, that's quality. That's quality, man, and that's what we're aiming for. Tricky Tree, thanks for the membership, bro. I appreciate it. I hope you're well. Hope everyone's looking forward to Christmas. Does anyone else want to jump up on the panel? JOJ, you got anything you want to chat about? What can we argue over today, JOJ? Where's Niggy? Is Niggy all right?
JJ's always got something to say, hasn't he?
Hey, Vanda, another membership. Thank you. Appreciate it, Vanda. Thank you. It's called socializing. Exactly. Where's Niggy? Oh, there he is. Whoops. Niggy, I hope. No, he has. He responded to me today, so I know. We're still friends, aren't we, Niggy? We're still friends. Come on. You like sometimes winding me up. I like winding you up. We don't need to argue. I can just explain calmly why you're wrong. That's such a JOJ comment as well. That's such a JOJ comment. Listen, if you just shut up, you might learn something. I could literally make a whole book of one-liners that I've noticed JOJ does. Some of them are quite good. Some of them are a bit frustrating. They're a bit frustrating. They're all a bit like, oh, did you have to? You're about to end on a really good bit, and then you were like, you frustrate me, JOJ. But I like JOJ and Niggy. Do you know why? Because they it sounds a bit weird, but because they don't have the same opinions as me. But at the same time, we get on and have respect for each other.
Could I just clarify? Was that you saying that you like them because they're racist?
No, I'm racist. No, apparently they're not. Those two couldn't be racist. Christ.
Do you want them on panel or not? Come on, let me carry on.
Yeah, you carry on. Carry on. I just think Niggy doesn't celebrate Christmas. He's going to the Middle East for Christmas. And JOJ, well, he's just a savage lefty, isn't he? I don't know how old JOJ is, but I get the impression he's younger than me, even though he's far more knowledgeable. Like I say, he's well travelled, isn't he? But I don't think he's young enough to put him in the Gen Z category. But that's what some of his thinking reminds me of. That's how the next generation are coming through with the same thinking as JOJ. And it's not all bad. But fucking hell, it's not all great either,
If people are capable of independent thought, that's a good thing, isn't it? I mean, it will lead people to various different places, but if they're capable of doing it themselves, as long as they're not being brainwashed, this is right and that's wrong, think about it yourself, sort of thing.
Did you like the way I done that? He's one of those savage lefties. Those savages. Those savages.
A racist term.
30? Are you 30, Jay? Are you? Bloody hell, you've had a hard paper round, lad. I'm only joking. There's views on world savage is completely wrong, though. Scots were called... Right, Outlaw's here now, and he weren't here the other day. Outlaw King, I think I've seen you say it before, so I'm going to ask you just for the point of everybody else, yeah? If I sat around calling you, and I'm not, by the way, before you come at me, but if I was to sit there and call you a jock, or would you be, one, offended, and two, would you say it's racist?
It is racist. Or I wouldn't be offended.
To call somebody a jock if they're Scottish?
I am Scottish, and I may not sound it, but I would say A, it was racist, and B, I wouldn't be offended.
Hey, big up, Tricky Tree. Thanks, bro. Never £20 super chat. Much love. I'll be the next talk of the town now. Oh, these people getting donations. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. I might go and spend it all on ice cream. Is that okay if I spend it on ice cream? I don't know if it is, but just popped in to say hello to all. I still get on with, and the rest of you can fuck off. Yeah,
£20 is too much ice cream. You can't do that.
No, I'm only joking. That was just for the benefit of some. Just popped in to say hello to all that I still get on with, and the rest can fuck off. I'm gonna have to do what you'd do to me when I come in your chat. Oh, fuck off, Nathan. That's what I usually get. Oh, fuck off, BBI. And then he blocks me. But don't worry, Nathan, I won't block you here, even though you cancel me every single time in your chat. I don't even know why you unblock me. Because every time you go live, I comment in there to see if you've unblocked me. And you do. But then the first thing you do is you block me again. But here, I believe everybody should have a voice. As long as you're not being vile with making vile comments, then yeah, I believe everyone should have a voice, man. Whether I like you or not, whether I like your opinion or not. Nobody should be timed out in these panels without very good reason, I don't think. I don't think there should be any bias shown towards anybody. I think everybody should have a right to say what's on their mind, as long as, like I say, there is obviously ways of doing that. But I don't think all this going on people's panel and going, oh, Art, for instance, I'm on Art's panel and me going, Art, I think you should block this person, and that person in your chat. Like, what is that about, man? You don't go around doing that.
I find it even more funny when people have been timed out or muted in the chat, and then they come up on panel to bitch about it.
Yeah. Listen, with me, I respect everyone, mate. Everyone's opinion is welcome. Just if you come with the personal ad hominem attacks, then you know what? I'm probably gonna fucking bite back like a proper horrible little bastard that I can be, because I've got a vile tongue, and that's just. But treat me with some half decency, and I shall make sure I always say, yeah, if you treat me with respect, I'll show you love. But if you show me some disrespect, I will be the biggest see you next Tuesday on the planet. And I prefer not to be that way. I prefer just to show everyone loads of love, man. You know what I mean? What's up, JOJ?
Hey, is it working out? Nice one, buddy. You all right?
Yeah,
Man?
Hello, Jay.
Good. Just doing my thing. I'm warming up now. I've just been out for a bit, and I've just come back to my little off-grid home, and I'm putting the heating on. It is, oh my god, it's cold. It's getting Christmas, isn't it?
What heating have you put on? You're not breathing in those nasty particulates, are you?
No, not today. No, I just, since he mentioned it, I've just been so worried about it that I've decided to just light cigarettes and bathe in that smoke instead. It's safer, apparently.
Well, if you think about it, that's putting the heat directly into your body as well. There's no point heating all that air around you, is there? You burn it and breathe it.
Stuck on an exhaust there. Just why waste it? You know, it's reduce, reuse, recycle. I got my diesel heater thing going at the moment, straight diesel at the moment, which it's not the best. I prefer using stuff that doesn't stink as much, but yeah. Ugh.
We're not getting balls deep into a conversation about racism, by the way. We're really not. I just asked Outlaw. It's not racist because it came from the same race, different country, but was used as a term to mock and degrade Scots. But it not.
Yeah, so if you're about the word jock and stuff, that's they call it regionalism, don't they? Where it's what we do amongst each other. We take the piss out people from London or from Scotland or from. It's not the same, but you know.
What's that?
That's
It's a real thing. It's a real thing. So like it's a genuine thing. It's not like anything you could be charged for. I don't think. But like if me and you have an argument and I say and I'm like, oh, you and every other Cockney is this, that, and the other, and I'm from England, then they would call that regionalism. But it's not like racism or anything like that. So he is right. It's not like racism.
It is like racism. You can't call a Scottish person a jock and not say that's not racist.
Well, it depends. What if you're from Scotland?
Insight.
Pardon?
What if you're from Scotland?
Well, I am from Scotland.
Well, that's my point. So if you're from Scotland and if you call another jock, if you call somebody a jock who happens to be from Scotland, is that racist?
Well, this doesn't quite make sense in my head because, like, if you're a black person, you can use the N-word to another.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Because obviously you can't be racist to yourself, can you? I'm not being silly. I don't really care, by the way. I'm just literally. I'm not stepping heavily on the conversation like this anymore.
I know, like I said, let's
chill.
not. I don't even want to do that. I just want to be like free. I'm hoping. Well, Society, are you live tonight, buddy? Are you live? Please tell me you are.
Nah, I've put him in an extreme leftist re-education camp. According to everyone else, I'm taking over there, so that's what I'm doing.
Oh, I like it, man. Oh, you listen, you've got to have both sides. Imagine if we didn't have the likes of you, your dad, D-Wit. If we didn't have these individuals, then we'd all be sat there spouting from the almost, not everybody.
Yeah, and you know what? Massive shout out. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that, mate. But massive shout out to Jamie for allowing that to happen. So, like, you know, you're not going to get a chat like that anywhere else. It's not even just about left versus right sometimes, but when it is about left versus right, it's a lot of the time it's an even split. It gets a bit thingy if you're up there on your own, but if you got a D-Wit or a Niggy or a Jo or whatever, you know, like I think it's evenly split, and I think it's representative of his audience, which is, you know, everyone really across the political spectrum.
Yeah, I know. I agree. And 10 o'clock people, by the way, so tune in. I definitely won't be even going live till 10. So there will be like a break and everything before, because you don't want everyone.
An intermission.
Well, yeah, you don't want to be running back to back lives, man. Like, you know what I mean? So I'll only run this for a couple of hours or something, and then give people a chance to have a bit of their evening. Then everyone will tune into Society then at 10, won't they? I know they do anyway.
Yeah, fucking stupid.
Oh no, he says he'll do 9. No, I wasn't going to stay on Society. That's what I'm saying. I was just literally thought, I'll do a little one, because I wasn't too sure if you were doing one. And like I say, I like being on your live, to be fair. So I just thought I'd run one for a couple of hours. So I won't be staying on, no. Definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, I'm buzzing, man. Like, I went to watch my little lads. I know I've already said it, but I went to watch my little lad's first ever nativity play, and he got the part of Joseph as well. So I've been buzzing about that, and
Nice. That's so cool, man. That's awesome.
Punch, mate. I was, and even he was like stood there and that, like, with a big grin on his face. Smashed his lines and that as well. So, you know, for a 3-year-old, because that's all he is 3. This is at nursery, right? A nursery that we send him to. For him to hold those lines and do what he done today at 3, I was well proud, man. Well proud.
We've got a proud father bear.
I was, man. I was. Not gonna lie, it's a bit cheesy, but I was.
No, you know what, bro? That's fucking awesome. I'd much rather, because, like, you know, a lot of these panel shows we get really into it. That's fucking awesome, mate. That's really cool to hear. A proud dad going to his first nativity. That's fucking wicked, mate.
Yeah, this is why, again, people, man. Not like, I know everyone's got different, but just get outside and have a bit of fresh air once in a while. Some people, not all of you. This isn't like not aiming this at anyone, but I literally went out, had a good couple of hours. My own silly fault. I know what YouTube's like. Came in, turned the YouTube on, and it was like, fuck, you know, I've just gone from like real positive, feeling good, to all of a sudden, like, everyone's like, I was in a real negative. Everyone's in the chat going at each other. You got people on the panel demanding other people be fucking struck off. You know, what is it with people going around panels trying to have people struck off? Like,
Sorry, I was just a bit angry.
I'm a bit lonely these days. I could do with someone struck.
If you step back, these people that do that, if you just step back for a minute and look, it's like we don't want to get. That's a very slippery slope, man, to start trying to cancel people out because of what they say. I don't think we should do that. I don't think we should do that. I do agree with what you said the other day, JJ. Obviously, if someone was coming on, and we do see it sometimes, especially like, you know, if you have someone on the panel that's never been on before, and they might just be there to say something that's going to trigger everyone on the panel, for instance, then yeah, if they've come out and been blatantly,
it's like someone.
They've been blatantly abusive, even if they'll just come on to be blatantly abusive, racist, any of these things, it doesn't have to be involved with racism, then yeah, these people probably should be removed for a period. And then, like you see with Jamie will never be like, oh no, you're not coming on. You'll be given another chance.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I've seen people I've seen people on Jamie's, and I haven't seen him back since. I've seen people use the N-word on Jamie's, for example, and they'll say that stuff. And I've seen Jamie just like, whoa, nope, not today, Satan. You know, that's straight out, get out of here. You know, and then and I know those people have been back in chat and stuff like that. Sorry.
He's around somewhere. He's around somewhere, Nathan's mummy. I don't know where, but he's about causing trouble so he can go. He does that, Nathan. I've noticed that. He spends like a whole day hopping around lives, poking at people. Gets
never
a load
seen
of shit,
one,
and then he runs live on a night time, like moaning about everyone for it. It's fucking mad. And yeah, can we all give Gypsy Order a big, massive shout out? He finally got to 30k after begging his way and fucking getting there. So yeah. I guess today's a very special day, Meme the Order. We should all take our hat off to Gypsy. We can all sleep better tonight knowing he got to 30k. I'm starting to worry about you, DP, mate. Me and you going out on these little video trips might have to come to an end if you keep saying you love me. I
forgot to mute me, Mike.
I've already told you, DP. I'm not that way inclined, honestly.
What did I miss? I only stepped out for a second to grab my dog.
No, nothing.
Bro. I'm not that way inclined. I was like, DP for you too, because he does it with me.
Telling me he loves me and that, man. I mean, like, you know,
he said to me in the chat, he was like, yeah, I said to it, he was like, yeah, well, you are a good-looking lad, to be fair. I'm like, oh, you.
It wasn't me. I left my phone on the side. It was fucking out. Don't blame Harry. Harry wouldn't do that. My missus just said it should be troubled. Well, not troubled man, because he has never had a job to make him a man. That's maybe a fair point. I don't know. I don't know. I just think Nathan, he's all right, and well, I don't know the lad. I only know the things that people say on here, and I know
my only experience of Nathan, watching him as like a spectator, seeing him on panels, things like that. I've never seen him have a positive interaction with anyone. Like he'd come up and be like, "Oh, you're not bad. How's it going?" You know, like, you know, we can have a laugh and shit.
Yeah, like I don't even like. I only try and have banter with him, and he gets all like arsey. Like you say, he's very negative, isn't he?
When you get really deep into it, and you're like, you know what, that man must have a shit life. Like, otherwise, why else would you be on it? Just like, you know, like you're on it now going, oh my God, I went and seen my kid's first thingy, and he's down in the chat being like, fuck you, baby, eh?
I know. It's just one of them, mate. But like I say, nobody time Nathan out, please, unless Nathan does anything that obviously the same as everybody else warrants it. Like I say, moderators are all on the same page anyway, man. No one ever will be kicked from here. Not even a moderator. Even if there's a moderator that you go back and forth with in another chat, they won't do it with you here. So, like, and that's just the way I think it should be. Like, that's how moderators should be on that channel, you know. Yes, it's my channel, but you would hope that you had moderators that they're looking out for the best interests of that channel. So
yeah, you're here for me and Art. They're there for the chat.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? You know.
Speaking of Art, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm good. Cheers, pal. You all over that stuff now, are you? Is it like nice and safe there again?
Yeah. Do you know what, man? We've had absolutely zero wind since the storm, and that everything's all calmed down, nice and safe, totally cool here. Yeah, everything's back to normal again.
I was a little concerned about you, you know, that night.
Mate, I didn't even sleep right because, like, obviously, you know, you're lying in bed, but just imagine that randomly while you're asleep, two random people just come stand either side of your bed, and they don't tip it; they just stand either side and just shake the shit out of it, man. I'm just waking up like, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna go this time. Like, should I sleep on a different part of the caravan to like counterbalance? But like,
Yeah, where is it best for me to lay? What's my heaviest bit?
yeah, literally, I'm like, how much do I weigh again? And how much does that stove weigh? No, it was sound, man. I got all my props out underneath it, my metal props to support the chassis up and stuff like that, keep the frame all nice and level and shit. And apart from the wobbling, the wheels got enough air in them and stuff. It was nice and solid. Nothing major, just a bit spooky. My main concern was my solar panel, but I did everything I could. You know when you literally leave it up to God and you're like, I've done everything I can. I'm just gonna have to just wait it out, and there's nothing else I could do. And if it goes, it goes. I'll just have to get another one.
Yeah, that's the way to look at it, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you only just like, can't worry about it. Sorry.
What's your plans for Christmas, Jay? Will you like go families and that? You're not going to be there by yourself Christmas, are you? Surely.
No, I'm so my caravan is on property that's, you know, sort of owned by my family. So like they're living in the house down there, and I'm living at the front here. So like, you know, I've got plenty of people around me. I was raised in this area. I know fucking loads of people. Like, I'm totally boss for Christmas. I did have plans to spend it with my partner and her child, but we broke up about a week ago. So I'm going to get roped into something family orientated, and I couldn't think of anything worse for a 30-year-old mum and no kids.
Yeah. I just want to say that as well, guys. I don't think that's optical on that account. I've got no issue with anyone being in the chat. The only thing I do ask is if people are coming in with an avatar of a picture of somebody else, then I'll time you out and hope that you correct that, man. So like, please come back into the chat. You're more than welcome. But trying to come in as somebody else or what could be deemed as doxing, that for me is not okay. So please don't do it. No, I didn't think it was optical, mate. That's why I've timed them out. Again, you've got a spanner, mate. If they come back and they're still under that account, then hide it. Just hide it, and I'll deal with it later. Because, like I say, again, even when got a real bad throat. Even when people, like, for instance, will get blocked in a live, by the end of that live, I'd like to think, unless it's massively serious, then I can just unblock you and we can try again next live. Do you know what I mean? That way, no one can ever sit there and be like, "Oh, I've been cancelled out," you know? Because no, I go back to I don't think anyone should be cancelled out. What do you think, Jay? Where do you sit with freedom of speech? I know we don't have freedom of speech in this country.
Absolutely. I think that, so what we do, we just don't have freedom of hate speech. That's all it is. That's where my line is. I'm totally happy to do with it. I'm not controversial in that way. I'm totally up with the consensus, the mainstream. Just you're allowed to speak your mind. You can say anything you want, just not around everyone. That's how I imagine it. So if I was at home, I could sing along to rap songs that had the N-word. It's sweet. If I was outside in the street and I was talking to a friend about why this word was unacceptable, yeah, in that context, you know, whatever. If I was saying it to someone's, do you know what I mean? You can say certain things. You can say anything you want. It's about context. It's not about.
So you would say, like, to the extreme that the Americans kind of see it, where they believe that freedom of speech is freedom of speech. Even if that, so unless, let's say, unless it was something like a threat, yeah, because obviously you can't make threats to
but it's someone. As a nation, the UK, which is, you know, even before America was even created, we have had there's never ever been what we call free speech. You are free to say anything you like. You're just not free to say to incite hatred. That's all. So you can say what you like. You're just not free to incite hatred. And it's quite a, you're also not free to make threats. You're not free to attack people. Like, you're not allowed to just, it would be classed as I don't know about assault, but it would be like abusive if you was to just scream and shout in a kid's face, even though it's just words, it's never just words, you know what I mean? So there is always context and nuance. It's all about nuance. But for the most part, there is free speech, just not, you're not free to use that
I don't know.
speech.
Technically, there's not freedom of speech in this country. There's freedom of expression, and that can be betrayed very differently to freedom of speech. And go on, Art. Go, bro.
I guess in a legal term, maybe, but I've never.
Britain, I wouldn't consider that I do have freedom of speech anymore. I was always brought up that we had freedom of speech in this country, but especially in the last sort of year or so, people have gone to jail for opening their mouths. People have gone to jail for not thinking before they speak. And I do think that's what it is. I don't think these are nasty, horrible, organized people that have gone to jail. These are people that haven't thought before they open their mouth. And I think we have that right. That is a part of Britain. You don't need to be accountable every minute of every second. You can speak shit out.
And that's the point. You're not accountable for every minute of every second. But if you look at recently, people being sent to prison for inciting hatred during times of riots, where if you're, for example, saying, if you're using your free speech to say something like we should burn down hotels,
that would be a crime.
Yeah, that is exactly my point. So that's where the line is. Nobody has been sent to prison, as far as I know, in this country for just opening their mouth. It's for a crime.
I think they have. I'd argue
if you could provide one example, then that'd be awesome.
What about that 60-year-old woman? I don't know if she went.
What was the crime she was sentenced for?
Protesting, basically, wasn't it?
Well, that's not a crime. It must have been a hate crime of some description, or inciting.
Didn't she? She was saying these fucking people should fuck off home, or something along them lines, I assume.
Are you all about the one that was at the protest? The one that was there shouting lots of hate speech and the things that are illegal, and they have been illegal for a very long time.
It was like a 60-year-old grandma or something like that, and she was saying that she's never been arrested before in her life, and they were handcuffing her behind her back and whatnot. And
during a time where there was riots and hotels getting set on fire, I think it was very beneficial to not have people committing further crimes on the street that incite that. In my opinion,
you think it was in the interest of public safety to lock up a grandma?
No, I think it's in the interest of public safety that during a riot, if anyone, regardless of age, is stood out in the street inciting hatred and violence and things like that, then yeah, that is a hate. If you break the law, you go to jail. It doesn't matter how old you are. And I'm sure that for a first time offence, yeah, sure, that was harsh, even in my opinion. But I mean, those are the laws that we've always had. Always
caught up with peer pressure or gang mentality or whatever. We've all stood there and got encouraged to do things that if we were stood there on our own thinking rationally, we wouldn't have done. But I don't think people should be going for that crap.
Yeah, no, I happen to really agree with that. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that gang mentality, people just joining in. You never know someone's true intent, and I don't know. I'm only assuming, but I mean, this is the British legal system, so I'll try and be generous, even though we know. But I can assume that they took it into account. They probably looked at social media. They probably looked at various things and were like, is this just has this old lady been brought here by a grandson and she's surrounded by these people and she's just, is this a one-off, or is there grounds for this before? I don't know the ins and outs of the case, but I know that would have been looked at too.
Yeah, here's a few things that I've managed to
find. I don't know though.
Here's a few things that I've managed to find just real quickly. So again, we could sit here all day and look at different sources, couldn't we, and find people. But I'm just going to read out first thing so on X, formerly known as Twitter, a news website called Channel 3 Now posted false name of the 17-year-old charged over the murder of the 3 girls in Southport. This false name was widely quoted by others. Another posted who shared false name of the trying to see, it doesn't actually say whether anyone was convicted here though. Hang on, because I'm actually sure that you are right. There were people that definitely were put behind bars for rioting, but I'm sure there were people also that were put behind bars for misinformation. If I'm right, I'm just trying to find if I can find these cases.
I guess it all depends on the outcomes, doesn't it? So like if we're talking about first of all, I'm not word police. I don't think it's word police. I just applying the same standards that we have in the street. I think the reason why we're seeing a rise of this more and more is because like I'm 30 years old. I grew up with the internet, and now there's a whole other generation of people, and there's an older generation that are just now getting to grips with it, and there's a whole gap of people that are now, it's so new that everything that happens as a result to it is going to be new. You know what I mean? So you're going to go, oh my God, we're seeing a lot of this. Yeah, you're going to see a lot of other stuff as well. It's all new to us. So we're the first people, we're the sort of pioneers, if you will, when it comes to regards to that. It's definitely an interesting conversation because it's the same things, but it's being applied to the internet as well, which is, it's weird because this used to be chat rooms and fucking forums and stuff, and now it's massive.
So a man was jailed after a fake claim on TikTok. A man who falsely claimed on a live stream TikTok video that he was running for his life from rioters in Derby has been jailed. I mean, is that a jailable offence?
Yeah. What was the charge?
Lying. It's got to jail for lying.
If that was a fucking offence, we'd all be fucked.
Okay, it had been live streaming to 700 followers as he walked around Derby on Wednesday, 7th of August. The same that potential protest and disorder had been feared might take place in the city. While there was no disorder at all during the evening, that person's live stream suggested otherwise. The 25-year-old who streamed had come to the attention of officers monitoring social media from the area, began running along Normanton Road at around 10 p.m, shouting that he was being chased by extreme right-wing rioters and that he was in fear for his life. Does it say what he was?
So is he some lefty person trying to stir up hatred and stuff?
I mean, yeah, I guess he was charged the following day with one count of sending a false communication with intent to cause harm, contrary to Section 179 of the Online Safety Act.
I mean, who knows what he said in his interview? He might have been like, yeah, do you know what? I just wanted to get people here so we could start a thing and make a counter-protest, a protest that wasn't even here, and then we'd have a sudden presence so we could take things. And I don't know. I'm just being really mean. He might have just been fucking messing around and having a giggle without knowing the case personally. That's fucking nuts, isn't it? But
after being remanded in police custody, appeared at obviously Magistrates Court in Derbyshire on Friday the 9th of August, where he was jailed for 3 months and ordered to pay £154 in compensation.
Wait, who's the 150 quid to?
That's it. Who is that going? That's maybe the court cost? No, because it's not compensation. That's court costs, right?
Yeah.
No, they do have this thing. So when I was 17, it was the first time I ever got. It wasn't the first time. It was the first time I ever got properly arrested. And so I was walking through, and I just happened to have a little tiny bit of weed on me. I got pulled over by the police, and it was just this big long shit show. And they said, because you're over the age of you're over the age of this, you're over the age of 16, so it's not just a slap on the wrist, take you home sort of thing. You're under the age of 18, so we can't give you on the spot caution. We're gonna have to arrest you. So they took me and did all that, and then I had to go to court over like a gram of smoke when I was 17. It was weird as anything, and they ordered me to pay about 150 quid in a victim surplus charge, and I was like, well, what's that for? And that's when I learned that everybody that commits a crime and is found guilty of committing a crime has to contribute to all victims of crime, regardless if your crime had no victim.
Yeah, sorry, Vincent. I asked because I actually, regardless of what I think some of JOJ's opinions might be, I do believe deep down that he does actually respect freedom of speech and would be an advocate for it.
Well, absolutely. I'm 100% an advocate for free speech. I just don't think that hate speech. So, I don't want to go too much into it, obviously, but with what happened the other day, it's provably not just a thingy, but, to degrade and dehumanize people in that respect is, you know, it incites hatred, which again falls under the thing. And then you go down that way. YouTube COS is all of that stuff. It's not just me. There is legislation.
Do you know
There's
what
everything else. I just
Go on.
agree with it. Hey.
Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to cut you short. Go on.
No, that was all. That was all.
I was going to say, I just wanted to go back to what I spoke about in that article, which that person was charged under, well, contrary, like they said, to Section 179 of the Online Safety Act. That's 2023, so it only actually come in last year. If it existed before, it might have done, but it's been altered or tweaked or whatever. I think this is something that, and I'm not trying to fear people again or saying that you shouldn't have the right to free speech, but I do think it's something as a content creator and other fellow content creators, people that put information out to the public, it is something that I think people should be aware of, because it's basically it makes it a criminal offence to send a false communication with the internet to cause harm. Now, when you read that as you do, on paper it sounds like, oh, that's great. Like, yeah, if you're out to purposely cause some kind of intent of harm, then that shouldn't be allowed. But I do think, again, you have to be very careful, because my kind of look on this is anything that they deem to be misinformation. Now, what is misinformation? I mean, we see the mainstream media put out misinformation. Do they get held to the same account as us? Of course, no, they
absolutely don't. And absolutely not.
But yeah, it says a person. So what it covers, a person commits this offence if they send a message. The message conveys information that they know to be false. They intended the message to cause non-trivial psychological or physical harm to a likely audience. They have no reasonable excuse for sending the message. And the penalties for that are a fine or a term of imprisonment that can be anything up to 51 weeks.
Most news articles, isn't it?
There are some exemptions, it says here. So there's exemptions. It says there are a number of exemptions to Section 179, including news publishers.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that.
No, I knew you would, right? And the other one is license holders under the Broadcasting Act 1990 or 1996. So what you can take from that is basically the only people that have got exemptions to that rule are government credited media outlets. If you're not, like,
do you know
to the
why?
point where the only way maybe to get around that, for like people like me, yeah, is maybe people should all go out and get their NUNJ card. What is it? NUJ card. Yeah, go get your NUJ card, man.
Oh, yeah.
And in that way, technically, you would be government accredited, right?
Yeah, and then you'd be, you could flash that at anything, and then they'd technically have to leave you alone. But it's also a classist thing as well. If you don't look like that, it's not gonna. I think these laws originally, the idea of them not applying to British press and things, is the idea that they're going to be free and independent, which of course totally happened, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just
That thing you're on about with them, though, I think it's because they've got to abide by Ofcom's rules and all this other stuff as well, innit? I don't know. Yeah, but you should be able to say most of what you want. If you're reporting the truth, you should be all right, shouldn't you?
Well, they want to teach kids about this at school. There's been talk about wanting to actually introduce this to children and teach them about misinformation and publishing misinformation. But again, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking the only way you can teach that is to tell children the only thing you should listen to is what the news tells you.
No, well, reporters follow a certain thing. They'll record conversations, so it's backed up as source material, and then they can refer to bits of it for their articles, and then obviously they can prove what they're saying is true, can't they? If it was to go to a civil court or whatever, they've got the recording. Look, this is why I believe it to be true, and then go through all of the facts and stuff. Do you get what I mean?
All right. Okay. For instance, where's the person in prison this year for lying about beheaded babies? Are they in prison?
I don't know,
Sorry.
mate. Like, people have been to prison this year just for retweeting.
Someone,
a
whether that person wasn't a British journalist, somebody in this country picked up on that story and broadcasted it to the nation. That was misinformation. So therefore, something like 40 beheaded babies is pretty sick, right?
Yeah, but it depends on where they've got that. Where's their source material? If it's a random website that they can't factually prove's correct, then they're knowingly falsely lying. This is it.
But you know, now that's a fair point. That's a fair point. But you know, this miscommute, the 179, section 179, yeah? So I could publish something that I have taken from a mainstream media outlet. And even though that's misinformation, but I don't know it to be at the time because the mainstream media's put it out and I've relied that they're being honest with their journalism. Then when I publish that as false misinformation, though, they can come after me, so they won't for the original source.
Well, that's because you're not protected under the rights. Sorry, mate. That's because you're not protected under the same rights, is it? And you don't know to remove it as soon as you find out it's fake. You'll keep pumping the same misinformation, even if the article you're referring to as your source link material.
No, you can't say that. If I'm going off of news or information that's out presently at the time, I can only go off that news. To prematurely just assume that I'm going to keep on doing that, even though the record may be set straight in the future. That's just assumptions. You're assuming.
What I'm trying to say, Bear, is if you keep an eye on what news article you're referring to and you log it, and then as long as that stays up, you should be freely allowed to talk about it. That's the point I'm trying to make.
You should be, but you should be.
Yeah, as long as the article's published by an accredited news reporter, and you're just referring to that article, and you're not adding no biases to it and switching it and making mad agendas, it should be perfectly fine.
It should be.
That's a sensible. That sounds like a sensible position, to be fair, because it does. I mean, when you read that legislation as you read it out there, but that was quite a good question, because obviously, if they're immune to stuff and then you reshare their stuff, we know that resharing stuff. But obviously, if there's recourse for that, then that's great. But it's a weird one, isn't it? And you've got to be really clear about it as creators. You guys have.
I think so. Yeah, definitely. And when you've seen what we've seen this year, and yes, it might have been during a. Not unprecedented time, but obviously,
during a man-made cycle,
situation of chaos. Yeah. Because listen, I actually don't agree with this, but at the same time, as much as I don't agree with it, one thing I will say, and it pains me actually to say it, is the angle that Keir Starmer took on this, it stopped the riots very quickly. They did. As soon as they started turning around and saying we're opening the courts 24 hours a day and we're processing people immediately.
Yeah, we're getting rid of people out of jails to make room for you and fucking.
Yeah, as soon as people started to see that and people started to see people slow and they were publishing the people that will go into prison, all these riots very quickly stopped. So do I agree with it? No. But was it an effective way of getting them to stop? It would seem so, because they did. They stopped.
As my perspective on the whole thing, because I know that some people are like, "Oh, I'm pro language policing or whatever and stuff." I just genuinely think that it's just hate speech. Stuff that can be absolutely interpreted as hate speech should be clamped down upon. I don't think that you should fucking completely barricade them from ever having an opinion. I don't think that you should, and then to extend that to prison, I don't know the ins and outs of these jails sentences and that. I do know that there was quite a special time, like we mentioned, but if we was to take it out of context and just say that people are going down for saying things, it does sound a bit fucking Orwellian, doesn't it? So I understand why everybody across the spectrum, political, left or right or whatever, everybody's like, well, that's a little bit unnerving, because it's not just the right, people on the left, like you say, that guy. It's it's a strange world, isn't it?
Do you know what I have seen after? And it definitely was after JOJ, yeah. And these are the things where, again, my opinions on what's going on in the Middle East between Israel and Palestine haven't changed. However, my feelings and opinions towards those people out protesting has slightly changed. And when I'm seeing people go to prison for things that that could be seen as inciting, well, when growing up until this year, I was led to believe that it was illegal to fly flags that represented known terrorist groups. So when I've been out this year and since the rioting, I've seen people flying Hamas flags. I've seen people flying the ISIS flag. It frustrates me, man.
It might look like it, but it might just have different writing on it.
No, it's
Like,
the ISIS
can you
flag.
100%
No.
say it was an ISIS flag?
It's the ISIS flag, bro. It was the ISIS flag, 100%.
It's fine in Arabic, like, no offense, but you can't read Arabic. This is it. We don't know, do we, bro?
No. A flag represented the exact same way. I'm pretty sure it was. You're trying to hope this scenario didn't happen, so I'm wrong in what I'm saying. But I'm telling you from my photographic memory.
Not so that you're wrong. It's not so that you're wrong. I think I hope it's for the sake of everybody that didn't happen. Not that so that you're wrong, because it would have been shit if it did happen. And I'm not saying it didn't either. I totally 100% believe your take on what you're saying. You know, I've got nothing else to go on. I totally believe you. You know, I don't think you're a liar. But you know, I do hope that wasn't the case. I hope you were mistaken.
I'm just saying, hypothetically, if I take a black piece of cloth and I write some Arabic writing, you could assume it's an ISIS flag, couldn't you? At a distance, walking past, you wouldn't know, would you? Because you don't read Arabic. But it probably was there, to be honest. They might be mass producing them, and maybe what they want.
I even asked the copper. I asked one of the coppers that day, and I said, "Oh, what's the law on people like advocating and flying terrorists?" Oh, well, he said, "You know, it really all depends whether people get offended." And I said to him, "Well, I'm offended by it." Obviously, he didn't take what I said as serious. But, yeah. But the fact is, like, no, the law states that they shouldn't be flying them. Not it should take for X amount of people to come up and tell you an event where most people aren't going to come up and tell you because they're all marching for the same thing. That still
Did you not think about asking the person holding the flag, what is this flag? Like, if you see it again, go and ask them.
Tell me I ain't got balls. I don't mind, yeah? But no, actually, I'm not going to go and approach a predominantly Muslim protest to somebody who stood flying what, in my eyes, or what I've been brought up to believe is a very extremist flag. You're mad if you think I'm going over there and fucking
you could go over and ask him, excuse me, mate, what does it say? Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it might say a peaceful message, bro. Even if it is an ISIS flag, it still might have something positive to say. Might be worth finding out. I don't know what an ISIS flag says on it. Does anyone in the chat know what it says on it? Yeah, JRJ, do you know what the ISIS flag says on it? Shall I Google
roughly,
it now?
I swear to God, this is a joke. I've got to say it first because we'll get clipped out of context. But I did translate an ISIS flag the other way and it came up with VDL. Does that mean anything? I'm joking. It's a joke. I'm not a good joke, then.
No, your poking may be up here in a minute.
I know. I shouldn't. I'm gonna. I won't do that. It was a joke. No, to build on your point there, Frank. Absolutely, I have no idea either.
Okay,
so a lot of stuff I wouldn't know personally.
Okay, so the Islamic State ISIS flag or the IS flag features the following words. The white circle is meant to be in white is meant to be Allah Messenger Muhammad. And the black background is meant to represent there is no God but Allah.
Where you got that representation from? Is that what Google said?
AI. That's what AI overviews told me.
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense if it's a an religious ideological based thing. Like, for example, my ex, she was Jehovah's Witness. There is only one God, and his name is Jehovah. And so that's like their thing. They would have that written down, like. But not to say that that's But if it's a prescribed terrorist flag being flown, if that is the case, then absolutely that is illegal. And you would have thought, and I would like to have thought that would be pulled down.
This is my point, man.
No offense to you, BBA, but are all religious people a little bit mental?
Hardcore religious people are definitely mental. I go
fundamentalists.
I told you I go to church every now and again. Yeah, the people in my church are nice to me because they're good Christian people. Do they particularly like me probably being there? I don't know, man, because I'm always questioning what they say. like they know, like the guy who runs that church, I've kind of told him like my stance on why I come to church and but do I believe the things that they do? Like during COVID, I remember I was going to church during COVID, right, while we still could, and like there were people there. They would say like, "Oh, how so and so's in hospital fighting COVID, and God willing, they'll pull through. Only God is in God's hands now." Like that. No, I don't believe. I don't believe that everything that goes on in one's life is down to God. I don't believe that if you have something good happen in your life, it's because of God. I don't believe that. No, that for me is a bit much, and that's where I think, yeah, they are a bit like fruity, aren't they?
You don't have to believe that, but like, yeah, they're entitled to believe it as well, isn't it? This is it.
Yeah, of course they are. But I'm just saying, like, that's like the very like die-hard spectrum of being religious, man. These everything that they do is because God fucking give it them. God, something good happens in their life, it's because God's made sure that they've.
Yeah, but if
had
something bad happens as well, God did it. Like,
God did that too. Just like
it's not just about good things; it's about everything. It's a challenge. Or
exactly.
That parallel is seen in the church, though. That is a very Christian thing as well. That everything happens for a reason because it's God's plan. It's another way of phrasing that. It's all part of God's plan. Everything good happened is because God willed it. Everything bad happened is because God willed it. And don't you worry, you will find out the plan in the end. But there is a plan, and it's the same articulation of that exact sentiment.
It's a way of finding hope and meaning instead of searching what is the meaning of life for the rest of your living days, isn't it? Like, you can understand.
I think that's the way forward with religion, man. I think there should just be one religion. I don't know how exactly you would do that, but I don't know how that would work. But like,
which one would you choose, though, innit?
I don't know. I don't think any. I think that if you look at all religions and you want to start
300 years, the world will be Islamic. How would you feel about that?
Nah. Well, it doesn't have to. Like I said, man, I feel like if you pick apart all religions, there's good and bad in all religion. Like, and it all depends on how you want to interpret certain shit in scripture. Yeah, but if you took like good things out of this religion and you took like what would be deemed good things out, and you could get everyone, you never would, but you could get everyone to come to like a neutral consensus on like, oh yeah, these are all the good things that we take from then maybe you could come up with something new. I don't know. That's like
I get you. All religions seem to have the same message or try to convey a similar message, innit? Which is just peace, love, and unity kind of thing. Do you get what I mean?
You see, I see killed me.
So there's like
I'm just uploading a video.
See, me talking satanic now. This is what I mean. I'm not like a massively for me, and it don't make no sense. So I'm not going to sit here. I always say about religion, I don't think people should really talk about their own religious beliefs. And the reason they are is because they're like, it's a bit like a diary. They're almost like personal to you. So like,
you never someone's beliefs, are you?
It kind of sounds like you want to limit people's speech, BBA.
No. I'm just saying myself. I choose not really to speak because I would be sat here and I could try and explain to you about how for me it's not so much about religion, but more to do with faith. But then you're going to want me to pray, so I just choose not to. I've got my reasons, and like, someone else has got theirs, but I'd never push my reasons onto someone else. So I just don't really talk about it, if that makes sense.
I just don't get it at all. It all just like the more I think about it, the more crazy it seems. I mean, like, do you believe in a virgin birth and that sort of shit, or is that?
Nah, don't. That's what I mean. Do I believe a woman? Did I believe that he could walk on? Nah, I don't. This is what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah, that's what.
There's a lot of good things that you can take from the Bible, bro. There's a lot of good things that you can take from the Bible, believe it or not.
I think it's
the Ten Commandments are good, aren't they? They're just simple life lessons.
Simple. If everybody, I might say it was boring, but if everyone fucking followed the 10 Commandments a little bit more, we'd live in a lot better society, wouldn't we? Without a doubt. No one, I don't think you could even argue that. We'd live in a better society, man.
I could probably only name 5 of them, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but just if you lived off them 5 and everyone else did, you'd get the same result, wouldn't you?
Well,
thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not fuck thy neighbour. I can't think of any more to be fair.
Don't covet thy neighbour, don't covet thy ox. That's essentially justice.
Oh, yeah.
So
they hate it. Like, I do that a lot. Like, I'll be in church, yeah, and like, I'll be having conversations afterwards, and like, I'm always using like God's name in vain. They must fucking hate it. Honestly, it must make
church as well.
You should never use
like,
God's name in conversation.
You want CP?
You should never use God's name in that way.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, well, when I go, oh, for God's sake, that's apparently using the God's name in vain. Like, and they'll all look at you like,
Yeah, do not make me been out for rosary beads. Do not make me been out of rosary beads, and I have done on Jamie's before to certain people.
Are you going to crack on with a pilgrimage?
To be fair, like I say, I don't go too often there. They probably drove me out by now if I went every weekend.
I try go every weekend.
The week you turn up, yeah.
It's a modern church, man. And like I say, what most people think about a church, like you go there, they've got a cool live band. They're all very young. The singer, they've got two singers, male and female. Both of them are fucking brilliant, to be fair. They actually gig and stuff around the country when they're not doing their fucking religious stuff. And it's a real good vibe, man. It's a real good vibe.
Yeah,
I'd say to anyone, go and try a modern church. I'd try one.
To church if it was like that, bro.
Yeah, go try a modern church, man. And I'm telling you, you'll come out of there. I guarantee, like, you might not come out no believer, but I bet you come out of there feeling like brand new. I don't know. I can't explain it. Or you might not. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but yeah. I'll take anyone. Anyone wants to come to my church, I'll take you, man. And I'll tell you, I bet you enjoy it. Guaranteed.
If I'm ever about on a
Sunday,
no,
my church is so fucking boring. My church is so fucking boring.
So CP, big up yourself. We were talking. So good evening to you. Welcome to the panel.
Hello.
You said you're at a protest tomorrow.
Yeah, a national Palestine rally.
Well, I'm going to put the kettle
Palestine rally shit.
Oh yeah, nice person. What you did there, stitched us up. Yeah. So,
yeah. No, she's going to tell you about the protest while I go put the kettle on.
Oh yeah. I know. Yeah, sorry.
DP, in fact, look, you're even hosting now. You tell them all about tomorrow.
DBA, seriously, do not. So basically, it's a national day of action tomorrow for the Palestine lot. They protests around the country, basically, and a massive one in London tomorrow. And then also Palestine Carol singing. With a really boring effect, but yeah. That's basically what it is tomorrow. But let's see if I get threatened with Section 14 again.
What Section 14? I'm sorry.
Will. Got a best police liaison if it's not there tomorrow.
I don't even know what that is. It must be something to do with protests.
So basically, Section 14 is to do with static protests. So it's to do with protests that stay in one place, basically. And then Section 12 is for protests that is moving.
Are you a protester?
Oh no, you're not seeing me doing fucking carol singing, Connie. No, I'm not.
What can they do with it, CP?
I just go and film.
What can they do with Section 12 and 14? Is it just to get you to move along?
Basically, yeah. But this officer a couple of weeks back threatened me at Section 14 to remove me and arrest me, basically.
So
never worked.
Protesters, like how can they use that against you if you're not protesting?
So this one police liaison was a dickhead, and I hate her. And she thinks she was the top of the world when she wasn't.
She might have been.
Basically.
You just might not have noticed yet.
Oh no! I told her what I was doing when I got there. But even the police said to me on Wednesday that protest outside the Tate Building in London was a complete mess. The Bronze Commander did not know what he was doing.
The Bronze Commander. It sounds like you proper know who they are, lad, don't you? If I go to a protest, if they've got that blue badge on the liaison, I'd know what they're for, but anyone else, I wouldn't even notice, to be fair.
Well, that's a good thing, though, right? So she's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
quite
it is, yeah.
observant
I
of
talk to
from
them,
people.
though. I talk to the police at protests. Like, at protests, I get on really well with the police. Really well. And that's how I want it to stay. Type thing.
Yeah,
Like,
to be honest, CP, I don't watch any of your videos because your
We
video
should.
quality is shit.
you should, Frank. That all I'm saying is you should.
Yeah, you
I
should.
can't.
Like,
I can't watch it, CP. Upgrade your video
Why?
quality, and when you're rendering your videos, use a better editor so you're rendering them in like full 1080p and it's not downgrading your image or
Oh,
whatever.
me
Or
and
get a better camera.
professional. Piss off in the chat. Sorry, Bear.
no, you
Oh, sorry about that, Bear. Literally, I
don't have
will
to
tell you
apologise.
another time why I said that to him then.
What, you don't like me?
Oh, no, I know so much about him. And it's not on.
Ah.
I'm not saying on here, but
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't.
on.
If you know stuff about people, I don't want it on here. Like,
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Oh, come on, spill the beans. Let's have some, gossip.
No, I am not. I
Is it
can't.
a democracy? Can we put it to a vote? Like,
No,
what?
I cannot say.
Like you're on.
I'm not
I'm
saying.
like, drop it. What's happened?
I cannot bear meme.
Definitely
And he
put it
knows
down
I
to
can.
the vote.
So,
A
do
whole
you
load
think
of us
if you
like it.
take someone like me, because I also used to get my back up by people that used to criticize me left, right, and center, right? But you could look at it in a way as CP is like channels that like criticize the auditing or the auditors that they
It does,
feel.
but
Do you not think that they're just doing what you do, but to police
right, Bear,
security?
I put something in the back chat for you to see, but do not say it.
I'd
It's-
rather you not even put it in the
it's
back
the
chat.
same,
Don't even
No,
put it in the
no.
back chat, CP, because there's other people on panel. Like,
Right,
so I
then.
really,
I'll
not no
email you
disrespect,
if you
but,
want me to. I'll tell you what I know.
all I'm trying to say is like there's always going to be people out there that will pick at what you do, and they're going to criticize it.
No, stuff I know that other people don't know.
Again, CP, not interested. Look, we're moving on from the what you know. I'm just saying. People are gonna
Hashtag look
criticize.
up BBA.
What?
And you just got to deal with it, man. Like, because sometimes people will criticize, and there's a lot you can learn from the people that are criticizing you, genuinely as well.
I educated quite a few auditors in my time, me. I'm not gonna lie.
I think Frank give me a little education once or twice.
I like how you
I'm just
related to
making
it straight
fun.
away. You didn't get angry about them, and some of them pissed it off for a bit, but then eight months later, I hear them repeating the same things I told them. Do you get what I mean? So
That's what I mean.
home.
People know what they're looking at, man, and like sometimes you can't deny that some of these anti-auditing channels, they sometimes, not on everything, but certain if they're criticizing the audit and not the individual, they're not sometimes wrong, are they, in what they say?
Yeah.
So if you like take that criticism on board, whether you like it or not, you'll learn a thing or two, man.
Yeah. The DJ audits, I reckon he's took quite a few on board and learned from it as well.
Yeah, he has.
Actually helped him progress, and yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me. Best way.
No,
Yeah, this is
sorry. I
not
did
all not all what you perceive to be hate comments are actually hate, innit? Like you just
He doesn't really go for me, but he goes for others.
Like I say, it is what it is, bud.
What do you record your videos with, CP?
I record now on the body cam.
What is it? An actual body cam, like a
Yeah.
Chinese Wish.com body cam or something?
No,
like,
off Amazon. The proper one off Amazon.
Why is the video quality so bad?
It's better now than I'm not really recording on my phone anymore. Much better now. You might watch
Just
the top of my
don't film
early
the
days,
sky,
but-
CP. Don't film the sky.
Please post a link.
Oh,
Me and
if
the
he's
auditors
coming, I'm
are
pissing
gonna
off.
No, don't, because he'll come up here and have a respectful conversation.
No,
'Cause if
he
he does-
fucking will not.
well, I'm
He
sure he
will.
will, because I wouldn't allow anybody to come. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Everybody up here is welcome.
Who are we shouting about?
Do you know what I mean? Don't go below the belt. Don't go below the belt. If someone wants to come up and criticise me, for instance, they'd be more than welcome to. Just don't go below the belt. You've got to allow it. And it's only when you get used to people criticising you.
You're gonna
You'll
progress
go
as a
stubborn.
person, isn't it, there?
I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
level up.
I'll be honest. I don't even know if not memes, not a person, but I don't think I've ever heard me. Actually, maybe I have.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen it before me, to be honest. Yeah. They might make some interesting videos.
He doesn't do YouTube streaming anymore.
Well, forget that anyway. Let's talk about your recording choices. Like, is there anything you can do to get like a GoPro or something basic? Like,
I
instead
have
of
got,
a body cam?
my body cam I use now is I need change the SD card in actually ready for tomorrow. I'll do that in a minute and charge my power bank.
It's like £500 or something, isn't it, for these like good quality little cameras that auditors?
No, because they're making good quality cameras now for the past 4 or 5 years, so you can get
The
some
body
of
cam I use now is
a potato question. Yeah.
Sorry.
Potato. Sorry, I need to
If you
shut
watch
up.
your video quality, I'd watch a few of your videos.
I got you, bro.
Right. The body
Sorry,
cam I
keep laughing at
use
you as
now
well, by the way.
is
I'm just a bit poorly. I'm just dying.
Me,
I'm all
turn
right.
your camera off, bro. You can turn your camera off if you want it off, man. No, I want to leave it on. All right. Yo, evening, me.
Right, BBA, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good. Thanks to you.
Yeah, not bad, mate. I just thought I'd come on and have a quick chat with CP while she's there.
Yeah. Do, man. CP, don't
Yeah,
run
yeah.
off, man. Be respectful. Go on.
She won't run. No, I'm not going to shout at her or do anything like that.
No.
I'm not like that. What's your problem, CP?
I'm not saying on here, but be warned, the police are after you.
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about, but you're talking about Toby and you're just talking a load of shit.
I'm not.
Listen.
I am not.
Oh, right, you're not. Right, well, you are definitely talking 100% shit then, aren't you? What a fool. So am I still Timmy?
Yes, you are.
Who's Timmy? Isn't Timmy meant to be this street reviewer or whatever?
Street reviewer, yeah.
All right, well, unless I'm mistaken, but I've heard that channel and I've heard your voice now, and you're definitely two different people. CP, definitely you're wrong there. There's two different people.
So what do you think about that, CP? Because you've been saying for 6 months that I'm...
You've already scared her off, bro. You've made her a meme. She's gone.
She's run.
Yeah, she's...
You know what? I came on, so I haven't got long, but I've come on because basically I have a small channel on Facebook, and I mean a small channel. Totally insignificant. You know, about 100 followers. And we have a bit of a laugh at auditors' expense, you know. And for the most part, it's pretty lighthearted. There are a few followers on there who get a bit militant, do you know what I mean? But yeah. I'm not in control of what other people say. Or, you know, I'm not their minders. And unfortunately, some of the auditors can't take it. Simple as that. Whereas people like yourself can, you know.
I haven't always been able to, though, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, do you know what I mean? There'd have been a time where, like, oh no, even though I've already done it myself, but oh no, they've put my face out there, for instance, or they've it used to get to me, but as I said, man, like, it's when you kind of step away from it and look at it, in a way, and I'll be straight with you, and I think you know anyway. Not everything that I've seen would I say I'd agree with being posted on your channel, on your page, yeah. But regarding the criticism of auditing itself, I actually advocate for that. I think it's needed. I think like we go out and we're like, oh yeah, it's all about holding the police to account. All right, so it's a bit like who watches the watchers, right? I don't know
But
if
this
you've
is
ever
the
heard
thing.
that.
This is one of the reasons that I
The
wanted.
watchers, yeah.
This is one of the reasons I wanted to come on, really, because I accept that, and I have come to that conclusion myself. Hence why at least 3/4 of my content is no longer there, because at the end of the day, like some of it I'd accept is a bit below the belt. So
Yeah, it's a bit like
you
when
know,
I won't use anyone as like a post as an example, but like when like you might disagree with something somebody does, so therefore
yeah,
you're giving them a taste of their own medicine. That to me, and I see it like within auditing when people come out and like they come out and they think that like filming, for instance, illegal. You're not allowed to do it, right? Someone has the right not to know that and be uneducated. That's perfectly fine. We should educate them rather than make them look like idiots on camera. But at the same time, by justifying you thinking someone's doing something wrong by then assaulting them, say, for instance, two wrongs we could say don't make a right. Yeah. So when you do the same action as what someone else is doing, you kind of almost lose credibility with the point that you're putting across. Where if you'd have kept it with the point that you were putting across, rather than stooping to the level that you're trying to point out they're doing, does that make sense?
yeah,
So I've done that as well, by the way. So I'm this is
yeah.
I'm
That's it. I mean, we all listen. We all make mistakes, and we all get a bit carried away sometimes. You know, in the heat of the moment, or
Where you from,
just
Liam? Where you from?
sorry. Well, if you
Where are you
ask
from?
if you ask CP, I'm from Yorkshire.
Yeah, I wasn't asking CP. Where you actually
I'm
from?
just saying. They all seem to believe that I'm a street video reviewer, so it's all a bit strange, really. But
Yeah, oh, don't say nothing then. Yeah, you're all right, street video reviewer. You're good, boy, yeah.
But yeah,
I like
no.
your videos, you know. You've done some good videos.
All
I've seen
right,
a couple
good.
ages ago.
I'd love to claim credit for some of them, but I can't. So, but anyway, I'm not going to be on long. But I just wanted to come on because CP, if she is listening, I do want to say that I do apologise for some of the stuff that went on the page. Because
What kind of stuff went on the page?
well,
Did you go over the line?
just taking
Was it too far?
Yeah, I think if I'm honest, some of it it's gone below the line of how I would like to be seen as a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a bit below the belt, some of it. And
Keep it as light-hearted banter, like just
that's
keep
it. That's it. So
actual criticism. If you see something in a video you don't like, express why you don't like it and how you think they could have done it better or whatever. Do you get what I mean?
So I'm not here to take the piss out of CP. I just wanted to come across basically and say, she's not on my page anymore, for the simple reason that I know quite a lot about her background now. I've been in contact with people close to her, and I'm not happy for her to be mentioned on my page anymore. It's as simple as that.
Okay, well, I'll put the link back out because if CP's there and because I feel like it with her hearing that, and fair play to you because I can only give you respect, bro, for what you've just said. To be honest, like CP, I think personally you should come back up and just put this to bed. This guy's saying that he do you know what I mean?
Listen, BBA, there's no need.
He doesn't have to, of course, but I'm just saying if she wanted to jump
pressure her. I'm not on for long. I'm only on for a couple of minutes, so I just wanted to put that. I wanted to put that out there because I haven't mentioned her in quite some time now. I went a little bit south of the border as far and I'm not particularly pleased with some of the things that I posted at the time. Simple as that. So I've deleted all of that content from my page, and I would prefer to just move on with it, really. But we'll see. We'll have to see where it goes from there. But,
no, I respect you.
But,
you know what it is?
More of you guys. But at the same time, BBA, if she posts about a cow, over and over, I'm going to take the piss out of it because it's funny. Do you know what I mean?
You're entitled to, mate.
That's it. It's just a bit of a laugh, And so I mocked her up at one point as being in having married a cow. Right, this is the sort of thing I did. So I had a meme on there where she just got married to a cow.
Yeah,
Did
that's
stuff like that.
is it? Yeah.
And yeah, so stuff like that.
You know what it is,
I don't
Dean?
really.
Not everyone agrees with me. We've actually had this conversation within this so-called community. I'll call it a so-called community, but within like these live streams, I personally, and not everyone agrees with me, but I think CP is a little bit vulnerable. I think it is quite clear to see, and I could be wrong. I've said this to people, like there's definitely something going on there, and that's all due respect to CP.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So therefore, like, I don't think that's one of the reasons I've like been I've opposed to her actually going out and auditing, because she can't, I don't think, deal with things.
This is the other thing. This is the last thing I'll say on it. Right, when she first came onto the scene, me and a couple of people from our page were the first people that actually came across her, and we spoke to her away from the page on Facebook. And actually spoke to her and said, listen, this is not a good place for somebody who has vulnerabilities to be a part of. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And we actually said to her, I don't think that this is a good idea for you. But she became really quite militant about carrying on after we spoke to her. And we, so I've seen all her pages. She does some bloody fantastic stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like she does signing. She's done all sorts of different bits, and that stuff is properly laudable. Like it's brilliant stuff. And I take my hat off to her, which is one of the reasons why I do feel quite bad about things.
Yeah.
So going forward, I'm just gonna not mention her. It's as simple as that, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
but honestly, like if anybody hasn't seen some of the stuff she does. I can't believe I'm actually going to plug some of it, but she does loads of signing and she does quite a few things for charity and what have you. And it's definitely worth having a look if anybody hasn't seen that side of what she does.
Somebody else who does live streams actually said to her that like she'd be better suited away from actually going out with the camera, so to speak. Like if that's what she wants to do around like the auditing, there's probably other things that she could do where actually she'd be pretty damn good at it, I think, actually, because you're right. I've seen some of the other stuff, the Makaton sign language that she can do.
But she is you've got to applaud the fact that she is very, she's amiable. She'll get out there and she's not fazed by things. And they're quite important qualities to have as a person, aren't they? At the end of the day.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to sit here and rinse her about things like that. I think what happened basically was there was a bit of backwards and forwards, and that's happened with a few different people, and then it's got out of control over time, and I'm here to basically say that I'm sorry. Simple as that.
I respect that, bro.
Whether it's seen as a sign of weakness or whatever, I don't care.
It takes a bigger man to come up and go, sorry.
I respect that, mate. I respect I've had to do it recently myself. I owed a lot of apologies out on this YouTube because of
how big was your list there? Was it massive?
It was massive, mate. Yeah, and even people like that I shouldn't have went. Anyway, the point is, I had loads, and I know that there's loads of people that were going to use that against me as it was fake apologies. You're weak, but the truth is, like now, I think that fucking there is nothing wrong with turning around and saying, do you know what, I fucked up, and do you know what I mean? So fair play to you, mate. And one thing I say away from CP and just the general criticism, I wish more of you guys and probably followers in your group would get involved in these live streams and participate in your reasons why. I really do.
Make that happen.
And imagine if me and the auditors went round and respectfully with CP and was like, oh, so do you think, you know what I mean? I think there's better ways of dealing with it in ways that you could work together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but just these guys, I see them sometimes. Some of the things I see on their pages, bro, like there's some of the things that they critique, they are absolutely right about and would make for, and it should be brought up, should be discussed. People could learn from it.
Yeah, well, we can sort something out. We can sort some out in the future along those lines, I think. But for today, anyway, all I'm bothered about is getting that across, and I'll let you chaps get on with your evening.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Good Christmas.
Take care.
Okay,
Yeah, you too. Bye.
take care.
The thing is, it's a nature of a beast, isn't it? Like of social media, when you're posting on social media, full stop. There's going to be people what like what you're doing, and there's going to be people what hate it with a passion. You know what I mean? And if you can't take that criticism, then maybe you should rethink of what you're doing there.
Yeah, but that not everyone like takes, like I've said this many a times, and I've said it to you away from camera. Yeah, anyone turned around and said to me before my experience on here, I'd have turned around and said I'm a very thick-skinned person, like, and I am, like, in the sense like you know me, UK, yeah, I fucking take the piss out of myself and take lots of it. Like I don't mind all that, but criticism's slightly different, and when you're out doing something and then people are criticizing, you're seeing a lot of it because it's the nature of the beast again. People will jump on that, and for some people, man, like people deal with things differently. And
I think it can be done. I think things can be done different on well, if you call it both sides of the argument, isn't it? I think one of the reasons why prank sort of always got on with the auditing community is he has to, well, when like he was when he got that page, he has to come on and say, this is where I think you're wrong and this is why, instead of just saying full stop, no, you shouldn't do it. And now
but I still got a lot of hate off auditors for what I did. But I also got a lot of mutual respect off some of them because obviously some learnt from it, innit, I think. I don't know. It was never from a bad place either, was it? Yeah, but all the people attached to that community, there's a right bunch of weirdos, mate, I'm not going to lie. UK.
Welcome back, CP.
Back as an auditor.
Yeah, coming out at 7:45. Don't know much longer. I got a video out at 7:45 of some breaking news, so I need to go and watch that premiere. And then I got my main video out at 9.
Okay, so a moderator, DP, is there any chance you could share CP's link in the chat for our videos, please? What do you think of what Meme said? Like I say, I appreciate the fact that you wanted to step down, but what do you think about what he said?
I don't know, because I have heard it all before from him, and I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what's gone on there, so I can't say. But
I have heard it all before.
I would say maybe CP, and obviously I'm not telling you what to do, but I would suggest maybe what would be a good idea is maybe to take that apology that's been given, and publicly, to be fair. The guy even came on and showed his face. And you can only judge the guy now off what he does going forward, right? So if he says there's not going to be any more content of you on there, then there's not going to be any more content of you on there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
unless it's light-hearted banter.
Unless it's, like, and something that, like, I don't know, if you're getting married to a cat, don't worry, it's just a bit of a laugh.
A cow or a cat or whatever. Yeah, just chill. It's all right. Enjoy.
It's all right.
Going on honeymoon soon.
Laugh about it and just move on. But like you say, I think that the guy was quite respectful when he come up. He's admitted that he was wrong and where he went wrong. And he's I
did like the point where he said that he contacted people who are close to me. I didn't like that.
He did. You don't have to like it, but you know the thing. At least he's honest. At least he's not lying.
And you're on Facebook at that point. He said you'd already spoke on your account, so you'd already invited him to.
So he's saying what he's done. That he probably, maybe even that, he probably regrets even probably doing that. CP. That's what I'm saying. He's come up and been very honest. I think. I didn't even know half of that. So when he said that, I was like, okay. So I would just take the apology. Well, you don't have to, but I'd say maybe accept the apology and just hope that he's a man of his word, right?
Yeah.
It seemed like it, to be fair, because obviously people spot certain things about your CP.
He said some nice things about you that I actually agree with, which I would like to see more. If you're going to do content, and I know it's different, so if you've got another channel, do it on that. But
I have got off a channel, and you know I have there. You said it on a live before your channel.
Yeah, so No, I know that I've seen content. I don't know what that channel is. So I've seen like Makaton stuff from you. You can do
Yeah, I
Makaton.
do that. But I
That's
still do it.
brilliant.
I post
That's
that
brilliant.
minute.
And like if you can monetize a channel doing that, that is very advertiser friendly. Like any money that you would make on doing auditing, you'd make far more money for your RPM and stuff. And
No, I do work for the diocese, my local diocese, and stuff like that within the church as well. Outside of auditing, I've been commissioned for a year for the signing next week, and I've got a big mass to celebrate that next week where I'm signing, etc., doing a homily, etc. I got stuff that I'm planning, but at the minute I can't really post videos on that at the moment.
Have you ever thought about just dedicating over your time to doing stuff like that? Because there's only so much time in a day, CP.
I don't literally.
How well can you do Makaton? How well can you do Makaton, CP?
I'm level 4 in that.
I wouldn't know what that means. That means
So I'm basically quite high up. Basically,
quite high up. So
I
would be.
But I kind of don't enjoy it anymore.
Do you know what would be different?
I don't enjoy it anymore, really.
Hang on. Listen to me. Do you not know what would be different?
What?
Why don't you go out and do some of the content you do? Find someone that can hold the camera for you, who's got a bit of time, like a friend or something. Ask if they'll hold the camera for you. And why don't you do your reporting in Makaton as well as speaking? Because not everyone.
Well, I've got plans for the new year, Bear. I got plans for the new year.
No one's ever done that, CP. By the way,
I got plans for this channel and the signing stuff in the new year.
But to be fair though, she could just do another video and she could just sign over.
But I had an email address sent over to me from one of the police liaisons today, and he wants me to do some awareness videos for those with learning disabilities about what it's like to go through custody, with me showing each stage of it in a video for this channel, for my channel as well.
Sounds like they're trying to give you pre-education, so hopefully it doesn't help. Yeah, and it's good for your channel, that as well. So
there's loads of plans for the new year. That's only one of them. I'm looking to do some content around the homeless as well in the new year.
Straight up, man. But CP as well, but I literally think that is actually a good idea, by the way. Imagine something like
but like this is what I mean. When you get talking to the police like at protests like I do, you make good report with them.
Yeah, just the kind of person I am. I couldn't stand there having a chinwag with a copper. It's just not in my nature, I don't think.
No, but I got a funny video when I first started when I first had the protest on my channel. I don't know if you saw it there. Of when I first went to a protest, Palestine protest, these two lads started basically following me. I was saying, "Come here, doggy! Come here, doggy! Come here!" type thing. That's a joke. And this copper Simon came up to me and said to me, "Oh, can I please tell the protesters what you're doing, what your channel's about and stuff like that?" And I said, "Of course you can. No issue there. But why them come up to me and ask me?" type thing. And ever since then, me and this copper police liaison, Simon, got on really well at protests. Like,
yeah, because he knows who you are, innit, and he doesn't have to watch out or worry about it, and you're not a threat. I don't know. Yorkshire's good at that, innit? Because he goes to Leeds and talks to that guy. Yeah, I couldn't ever have that connection with a Cockney. It's just, I don't think it's in me, to be honest. What's that, sir?
I do, but this one copper I cannot bear, and her name is Vicky. There's a whole video about her on my channel.
Does it look like it's recorded on a potato?
Oh no! Basically, it was dark. It was outside the Tate building.
Oh yeah,
it was dark.
Yeah, cameras are rubbish at night unless you've got a light behind them, aren't they?
Yeah. But this copper threatened to remove me for Section 14.
You do spend a lot
can
of
pick up
time
some,
auditing UCP. You probably spend more time auditing than any actual auditor.
Well, I'm out. No, I wasn't going out tonight. I was actually going to go out tonight, but I decided not to. I haven't been well the past 2 weeks.
CP, have you answered the question? Sorry, I had to take a call.
I have.
CP, do you see any difference in police treatment of you different to the male auditors, positive or negative? I missed it. What did you say?
Basically, I get treated differently, bar from this one copper that took a disliking to me at a protest, and she threatened to remove me for Section 14. And now me and my favourite police liaison just joke about it now. And he go around to all the police liaisons now and say, do not threaten to remove her or I'll have her moaning to me. So we just joke about it now, really do.
I'm going to put the link out. I'm going to go for another 20 till 8 o'clock. And then I think Society's going live at either 9 or 10. I think he said he was going to do 9. So there'll be a bit of an hour break like in between.
That's what he said, sir.
Well, you can come watch my video if you want to.
Yeah, that's it. Did DP put it in the chat?
I think he did, yeah. DP has subbed, so thank you, DP.
There we are. It's there. See, Optical's done it as well. So after this live, people, if you're looking for something to do, go over and check CP Audit's videos out, please. And again, leave a comment and let her know what you think about her videos.
Yeah. And I know you have criticised a couple of them before in here, or one of them.
No, only one. Only one.
One for now.
Only one. Only one, CP.
One was enough.
And there will be more about the FA on my channel as well, because there are massive things coming up about them in the new year as well.
About who, CP?
My only thing to you, CP, is keep yourself safe. And
I will. No, basically, I'm filming a documentary.
Don't do silly stuff, man. Don't do silly stuff. Just do your thing, your way.
Adrenaline, just get.
And like I say, I'm being serious about that Makaton thing. Just a thought. You might not be able to do it all the time.
One thing I'm thinking of doing, for the awareness videos with the police, is doing it in Makaton.
Yeah, you should. That's a good idea. Like genuinely, and again,
like one idea.
Do you have a tripod?
But I still need to try.
CP, do you have a tripod?
I've got about 400 tripods, mate.
All right, so you've got a tripod. So you don't even need a camera. You don't even need a camera. Set your tripod up. You don't mind being in front of the camera, and do your reporting and what you're speaking about. Obviously, still speak it, but at the same time, do it in Makaton.
Yeah. Oh, you have to talk in Makaton anyway.
I'm telling you now, you might be surprised. It might even be your best video yet. Genuinely, that's never been done.
Whenever you're doing the Makaton BBA, you have to talk anyway.
Of course, this is what I'm saying. So,
or even do you know video as normal, and then video yourself doing the Makaton afterwards, and
I'd say that's the best way. UK, yeah, just add it as an overlay to the video in it, so it's in the corner doing. Yeah.
Well, I'm also thinking, I've been talking to the Makaton charity about this as well, of getting them involved in doing some Makaton awareness work around the
You don't have to talk
like
to them to get them involved. Just post their donation link on your video.
Can you explain to Optical what?
So basically, Makaton is a basic form of sign language that uses a form of sign and symbols. So basically, 1 second. Probably put my face on camera, but I will. 1 second.
I'm just going to jump down. Cheers for having us up, BBA, and thank you everybody else. It's been great.
Take care.
Good to see you, mate.
I can actually, when I've got more time between editing and stuff. I mean, editing is taking so much of my time. So sign language, basically Makaton I used to do Makaton classes, but then I stopped doing them because I stopped enjoying doing them. So yeah, here you might not be able to see us properly. 1 second. So that is that is the sign for Apple, and that is the symbol.
Well, yeah, it's an apple, isn't it? Yeah.
So basically, that will aid people's communication with a picture and a sign. I used Makaton when I was younger to aid my speech as well. Thank you, BBA. Not BBA, what your name? Anne-Marie, I mean.
I was on mute there, but CP, my
you,
daughter, my daughter
Anne-Marie.
used it to help with her speech at the start. Makaton.
Oh, literally, it's amazing. Like,
it's definitely a good tool. Like sign language is very like advanced, isn't it? But like Makaton's like almost like a diluted version of it, so it's like a lot easier to kind of pick up. I think it's something like we could all do.
I recommend people doing the Makaton.
I used to teach. I taught sign language while I was teaching English. So when I was that little, my mum used to go to these like women's groups, and they were teaching. They had BSL courses and stuff, and so we were doing BSL, and they'd let the kids tag along in that. So I learned a bit of sign language, made some like friends that were from the deaf community and stuff. And then when I was in India teaching English,
New year, Jerry,
sorry?
it was coming in the new year.
No, yeah,
BSL, I hate BSL. I know a proper language program, but for example, I have seen pages that I have fallen out with over this as well, and so many people in the Makaton community has fallen out with them because they use. Well, let me put my phone on charge in a sec. 1 sec. Let me just stick the phone on charge.
Yeah, Angela, I see that crash. Yeah.
So basically, for example, I can tell you these one of the pages. Isabella Signs, yeah. And basically, she claimed that she was doing Makaton without doing a proper course, yeah. And basically what she was doing was she was doing sign sport English, but claiming it was Makaton.
I suppose if you're just teaching someone to read or whatever or sign, as long as the symbols are the same, you get the same effect, wouldn't you? It wouldn't matter what name was attached to it, would it, CP?
So
basically, get a picture of an apple and a picture of how to sign apple. Yeah.
Yeah,
basically.
Get the
same result, yeah.
So, it's fantastic. It's fantastic, and I love doing it. Like I work with a local theatre on a Monday evening, teaching sign language for their shows, and I had the opportunity to sign all their shows in Makaton. And I love doing it. I love performing.
Would you be able to do it fast enough to keep up with a conversation? Is it something that you'd be able to just follow along?
With Makaton, you only sign certain words. So you would not sign every single word.
Then they're not going to know what the fuck's going on, are they? Just gonna.
You would.
Yeah. It's like listening to someone talking Arabic and then all of a sudden say discount. Do you know what I mean?
Basically, you got BSL for the deaf and sign sport English. You got the Makaton for those with disabilities, like learning disabilities. Like with me, I got dyslexia.
Yeah. So I can see how the cue cards, the prompt can help.
I would not be where I am today.
Yeah.
It's definitely a significantly useful skill to have, I'd say. And so
at all.
Yeah, knowing sign language would be good to have, wouldn't it? Yeah, I reckon. It'd help.
Yeah,
There's a
I
guy
did.
named me who's deaf, and obviously I have a laugh with him, with smile, with fist bump and all that, but I just don't really understand what he's saying unless he does crazy symbols, which are like generic, like a
It
little
is
hand at the
money
side of his head
making,
and a
but
pop as if to go, the guy's insane or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But
so
yeah.
I work within a local school once a week doing their reception RE lessons. So I do the lesson based on the children literacy scheme, and the kids love it. The kids
Yeah.
love it, but I find it at this time of year so much work to go in and do it because they're doing their Christmas performances. I kind of just said I'm leaving it to the new year now.
Is that because you wanted to spend more time going to protest or CP?
Not really. It just worked out that way.
Yeah.
No, because even like the head of RE said to me, "There's no point you coming in now because it's
the amount of content you put out, CP. I believe if you was recording with a better camera and uploading quality images, you'd have a lot more viewers. And yeah, because the only reason I don't watch the channel is because it's a shitty quality image. I can't be the only person.
Like the likes of yesterday's video.
I've not watched any of your videos. I watched one ages ago, and I seen one that BB-8 kind of took the piss out of a little bit, and then that was about it. They're the only 2 times I've seen your videos, I think.
Anyway. But yeah, there will be more Makaton going on the channel.
That's good then. That's positive. You got extra additional content. It all sounds good.
And there also will be.
Yeah, I'm curious what they're saying about the sign is for banana now. Because we've learned apple, haven't we? Teachers banana before BB ends this live. How do we sign banana?
Fucking hell. I'm in bed.
Yeah, well, we know
doing
apple
this,
now, innit?
Seriously.
It's just a little hand symbol from one shoulder to the next. Well, bit of your shoulder
basically,
to the next.
you have your. There, my camera. So you have your hand in the fist for pointing up.
Yeah.
And you peel.
Oh, right, yeah. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
You have a face on camera now.
Come on, prank man. Get with the program.
I don't know.
What other signs would you like? Would you go like the sign for police?
What about the sign for Titanic? This is a funny one.
Boat.
How do you make it the Titanic?
What I was told BSL was which hand into the side of your fist and drop down like a sinking ship. And
the sign. 1 second. 1 sec. I can't figure out where my camera is. So the sign for the police, you have your arm flat like that, in your hand and fist. You have your 2 fingers like that, and you just draw it like you're doing the cuffs on your hand. On one hand.
What's that mean? Police.
Police, yeah.
There we are. Learn something new every day.
My dream is to get a police officer to do.
You need to learn basics and do a sign language audit. Just turn up, silent audit, nothing but sign language.
There's one, CP. Have you ever asked the police officer if they know any sign language?
I have before, and they said no.
Interesting. Keep asking them. See if you come across any that do.
I'll try and just do an audit, CP, where you do nothing but sign language to the officer just to...
Don't speak or nothing. Only do sign language.
Yeah, because obviously it's a real life situation. So
yeah, that is a situation. That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It would work. Like like CP stood there doing like a thing. You get a copper come over being all like, well, you can clearly see that potentially is somebody that like is only able to.
No, I'm not fucking teaching you swear words, Angela.
Well, we all know this,
man. It's a niche. She could be like the next DJ Audit, man. If she done this, you know what I mean? The niche could be a niche. CP.
It's a
Who
child.
knows?
I will be doing it. I will be
problem now,
doing
isn't
it.
I reckon that'd be funny, that though. Just the reaction on the officers' faces is just think, fucking hell, I don't know how to deal with this.
I will try to
Deal
sign
with
Hang on,
sergeant
you-
and
hang
that.
on, let me turn you up, UK, because you're quiet, man.
It's a child problem in the force, wouldn't it? Like how can somebody that can only sign get out from the place if there's nobody in the force that can do sign?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never even thought about that either. Like, should police have to, you know? or
Do they
should
have like
there-
Miranda rights and things like that written down, and they have notepads and stuff?
Yeah, I guess there's other ways around it, but
Yeah, but if you've got a white stick, they'd need it handy in braille, wouldn't they? Like, there's loads of things you could try, I suppose.
well, there's the one for your prank. You've gone out with a fishing rod. Now you need
I
to go out
couldn't
with
do
a
it.
pair
I
of
couldn't
jet
do it
black
like that.
glasses and a white stick.
I'd have to learn enough sign language. I couldn't go take the piss out of the blind like that, mate. It's not in me, innit? But yeah, I could do a bit of sign language for a couple of minutes.
I like the way he's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that, man, even though he just suggested it. Brilliant.
Yeah, for someone else. I'd like to watch it.
What outlaw? That is fucking dreadful if that is true.
What's happened now? Something crazy going on at the moment.
So basically, seemingly a blind man has gone to jail for a hate crime.
I'm not making the joke first. Go
Read
on.
the rest of it. Keep the rest of it, CP.
I'm gonna
Oh, okay.
soon, won't it?
Okay.
Do you think he thought he was talking to someone else? And he went, "Oh no, you're one of them." Oh no, I'm just.
I'm not with
He's
it.
like,
Okay,
ain't that right, Bob? And he's like, "My name's not Bob." And I'm like, "Oh
Yo,
no."
Tim, what's up, man? Merry Christmas, bro. Merry Christmas. Where are you this Christmas? Oh, you could be anywhere, Tim. You could be. Where are you going to be this Christmas, Tim? Not on the bloody mountains.
Also,
we know
another
that.
sign that would be good for us auditors is 1 second.
Also, auditor.
Pig. Pig.
Yeah, just go up to
Does
him,
that,
call him a
does
pig.
that still
Like
count as a
They
thing?
wouldn't
if you
even
do
know,
it
man.
inside?
Just go up to a copper
what's
and
the
call him a pig, CP, but just do it that way. Don't actually say the word. Just, by the way, I'm not advocating for you to go around calling police pigs, but maybe in sign language. I mean, see how long it takes for all your viewers to work out why you're doing it. Don't even tell them at first because they want to know. Why is she doing that weird thing with her hand in front of her
If I
face?
see Vicky tomorrow, yeah? If I see Vicky tomorrow, the police officer threatened me at section 14, yeah? I'll go up to her and sign pig on camera.
God, that ain't
I'll
bad, is
probably
it?
get nicked.
I think you can. I think it still counts as a thingy.
23. 24.
Knowing your luck, you'll walk up to the one copper that knows sign language.
Yeah.
Yeah, start off with the cuffs first, though, CP. Do police and then the pig symbol straight after. Just keep repeating.
No, just do pig straight away. I'll just
keep repeating that.
Pig, Vicky, little pig.
Please, pig.
I mean,
pig.
with that sign as well, you could easily claim. You could be like, "No, I've got a really itchy nose."
Yeah.
I might actually try that one, to be fair, CP. You're giving me tips there. I'll be just...
I'm doing it now. I'm like, you could well like that.
Stand there, not say nothing, BBA, and just please pig. See what it says.
Oh, look at that. It's gonna be funny.
I was meant to be at one tonight, but I couldn't be bothered to go. I meant to be in Swiss Cottage tonight filming the protest, but I couldn't be bothered.
Protests are boring, you know.
Oh, but I love them. I love going to film them.
I might go to one tomorrow. And I'm going to show you how to interact in a protest. You need to take part. You need to be in the middle of it. You need to get involved.
If you watch, what was it?
Sorry, can I just say today? Sorry, CP. I just want to get today in the the London Evening Standard
Oh.
is saying that the Home Office records the busiest December day for migrant channel crossing on record.
Wow, it must be dangerous and cold out there right now, though.
I know.
Can we not give them a round of applause for even getting on that boat? Come on,
we
people.
can't. No. Yeah, I know you're a wind-up motherfucker, but no, we can't.
Come on, mate. It's got to be minus something out there. Waves 40 foot tall. And
Yeah, that's what I mean. Stupidity, isn't it? Stupidity. So not only are we bringing over illegals, but they're all stupid too.
You got to respect it.
Jay's probably sat there thinking, nope, they ain't all stupid. Yeah, they are.
I'm literally like, as soon as I've made this, he's lucky it's 5 to 8 and he's going soon because.
No, honestly, you got to be stupid, man. Like,
yeah, or desperate.
Over 600 people made it today. Over 600 people crossed the border.
Think about the 600 that didn't know Bear. Can we just have a minute of silence for them?
What? Is there any record? Hang on. Is there records of deaths today?
I don't know, mate. I'm taking piss as I do, bro. Sorry.
I know, but that was almost like no, because I also like feel for as stupid as they are. I feel for them when they die, obviously.
Yeah, he feels stupid.
Yeah,
wow.
some would have done, but the deaths don't get reported, do they? They don't report the deaths.
Not all the time, but they do as well, don't they?
No, they call it. They call it on the channel a fucking. It's like a massive graveyard at the moment, isn't it?
They might be counting the dead in the numbers of people that have entered because they're still in the UK, mate. You don't know, do you? Like, there might only be 60 still alive there, and you're complaining 600 made it. You know what I mean? It's got to be bad out there, I reckon, right now. It's got to be.
How many people do you think have come over this year by boat?
We're averaging about 60 to 80,000 a year there. About 60 to 80,000 normally, but it's been increasing steadily. Started off at about 20,000 about 5, maybe 10 years ago, actually, and now it's slowly going up.
Would you be surprised if I told you there were less that come over this year than last year?
No, I wouldn't. To be fair, most of them are already nearly here now. They'll stop soon. It's just the wanderers.
It'll stop soon.
It will. It's all the wanderers who have been trapped in Europe and been wanting to get over for ages, and the family have already got picked up at the border and got deportation from there or whatever. And yeah, not all of them are as bad as you think. How many do you think
have come from Syria and now want to go home?
I reckon 7, including Gary.
Quite a few want to go back, mate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Nobody wants to be like you get economic immigration where people go and apply for jobs and things like that. You know, people go and search for a better life. You know, that stuff does happen. No one can deny it.
That's what they are.
When it comes to like asylum seeking, it's nobody wants to be in. No one. So
that's what they are. Can we agree that's what they are? They're economic migrants.
No, there's people fleeing all sorts of conditions. I mean, children aren't economic migrants. You know, it's not.
Children have got no choice, have they? A lot of them, if they're coming over with parents, that especially.
I don't think they're not coming for work opportunities for the most part. It's because a lot of people don't cross all of Europe to get to Britain either. It's just that when other countries fill up their
they're coming here to freeload. If they're not coming here to work, they're coming here to freeload. Then
no, they're asylum seeking. They're seeking asylum. I mean, definitionally different. That's a whole other kind of thing, and I don't think anyone can argue against people seeking asylum. That's it's an ancient flipping.
Okay, that's fair enough. So anyone from Albania shouldn't be coming. Could we say that if we were going to start treating it like that, asylum seekers? If you come from Albania, for instance, then you're not an asylum seeker, no?
They're not. They get sent back to Albania. They've got some kind of
if you haven't got a good cause. If you haven't got a good cause for asylum, then you do have to go back. That is how it works.
Yeah, but they've got a thing with the government there, aren't they? But obviously, criminals come from there, don't they? There, and they come here to exploit money, and then obviously disappear. They get kicked back.
But for the most part, the people that come to disappear get a tourist visa, and they just don't go home. They just arrive on a plane, and then they don't go back. So it's not people coming over on boats. That's folk that are desperate and being taken advantage of.
Princess Angela, now a member. Thank you, Princess Angela. Appreciate that. Welcome to the fucking madhouse. Welcome to the crazy club. We're all crazy over here. Hello, is this the Clout Chasers live? No, we avoid Clout Chasers, Radio Babs, like the fucking plague. I mean, people have all... in fact, I'm not even going back into that one, but yeah.
Might just be because you've got it in your title, baby.
No. Oh, yeah, maybe. But no, it was like one of those sarcastic ones. I don't know, I think I just put it in there because I see it. You know, when like you have like a thought and then like it just comes out. It came out in text. See, a lot of fucking Clout Chasers. So it kind of went in the title. It wasn't specific as such. More like if the shoe fits.
Yeah. Like, if it offends you, maybe you should question yourself, kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of one, you know? But other than that, no, we're all good here. No clout chasing. No time for that.
Chasing.
No clout chasing here, man. So, yeah, is everyone tuning into Society?
I will be up there morning, as always.
I'm sure it's 9 o'clock. Again, I think, CP, did you say a video's dropped or one?
One dropped now, and the other one it's dropping at 8:30.
All right, well, there you are. Prank called it, said he was going to go over and have a look. So, Prank.
When you buy a new camera, I'll check them out, CP. Well, when you buy a new camera, you will actually recommend
she has. That's what I'm saying. She has. She's got a new camera now.
And most of this video is done on a new camera.
Exactly.
Is it?
Actually, all of it is, actually. I forgot to...
Drop yourself in it there, Prank, didn't you, mate?
No way. I'm going to have to go and say hello, Anna. I've got to go out.
You do. And be nice. I might crazy time
I
you
might
out.
pop in X's depending on what time is live to. I don't know what time I'm getting back, to be fair. But,
yeah, I think
you know what? The funniest thing is PBA. The same ones on my old channel.
You can also pick up some bargains, second-hand cameras as well, CP, if you obviously know what you're looking for.
Yeah, this is it. There's decent cameras out there.
Get your clout out there.
Are you good? Have you chilled out? Have you fucking chilled out? Because you were on one earlier. Have you chilled out?
Yeah. Happy Friday.
I was like,
the
the chat
someone
to right,
chilled out.
putting the panel to right. She's fucking telling them all.
Listen, don't jump on the panel and call me a cunt and then not expect me to jump up and defend why I am a cunt.
I like that.
We pretty much are Radio Babs.
Do you know what, CP? I can't argue, but I'm a good cunt.
I'm messing with you.
Is there a
funny at your Radio Babs? I remember you. You made me laugh that night. You got
All
jokes.
right. Frankie, how you doing?
Not too bad.
No, you'll be striking me for getting my cock out.
Yes.
Yeah, guys.
You know what though? The only thing I'd say about what I see earlier, Babs, is I kind of got your sentiment around a certain topic, if that was mentioned, But as for that individual on a whole, like I have heard that victim playing a little bit too much.
I understand that, but you know what?
Always a violin in the background. It's
I have the world's smallest violin permanently in my hand, but do you know, sometimes there's a time and fucking place, and there's nothing. You don't kick somebody when they're clearly down or incapable of defending themselves. And I'm the worst to call people a cunt, but there's a time and a fucking place. Do you know what I mean?
I honestly don't think. I honestly don't think he meant it in that way, though. I think he was just saying because she hasn't gave birth, she doesn't know what it's like, what the pain.
But it's a bit mean to say that to somebody who can't give birth. Do you know what I mean?
What the fuck are you guys on about?
I don't know. Like I said, I didn't actually see it. I didn't see the
I'm gonna shoot. Take care, people. Everyone have a blessed day.
Right,
much love, Frank.
Catch you later, Frank.
But yeah, no, I like I say, I just see a lot of victim playing with certain.
I see loads of victim playing, but
if you're that much of a victim, then like, could we all not?
Do you know what? Because I'm new to these panels, I never understand any of this gossip. So someone's got to like fill me in.
I'll tell you, JOG, I'll tell you what it is. I'm new as well to these panels over here, but what it is
Trabs is a veteran. What you on about?
There were a woman being picked on because she can't have children. That's just mean, isn't it? I mean, do you know what I mean? That's just fucking mean. It's Friday. Yeah. It's just a bit mean, isn't it?
It's Friday. If it were a Saturday, it'd be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
if
it's a Friday.
Saturday
No, I know
would
you
be
mean, it's
less.
fucking hard.
No, it'd be less okay, but Friday it's a definite fucking no.
Yeah, definitely not on a Sunday. That's the Lord's Day. Monday
Oh,
onwards,
good
you
Lord.
could, but not a Friday.
Jesus Christ, never. Amen.
If we're all sensitive flowers, though, again, I don't
It's
think
no, it's because UK Lady Ultra joined in, and that's what really fucking got me good. That's why, because they're clearly a pair of
UK
sterile
Lady-
bastards. Although one of them's bred, the pair of horrible cunts. I can't stand victimisation and picking on people. I'm no victim, but those pair of cunts pick on me, and I'm not having it. So I thought I'd just defend somebody or some bodies that were being picked on, which I did.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh no,
So
no,
if you-
UK Lady and Ultra can piss off. Sorry, but they can.
Yeah, they're a pair. There's just a pair of begging cunts. Them two, honestly. They want. You couldn't kick
I
them both
know,
hard
and
enough.
They know I have got darts on UK Lady as well.
Bloody hell, man.
I'll
Drama,
throw darts
drama,
at you, okay?
drama.
Fucking lazy.
No,
Cunts. Horrible bastards.
You wouldn't know we were coming up to Christmas on here, would you? The way everyone's at everyone's throats.
Merry, merry, merry Christmas. Here comes a cunt, there's a cunt. I see a cunt, there's a cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's quite
I
good.
need to give you a win. I toasted
I'm glad you
Jamie.
started and I was about to join in for the high pitch bit.
Here come the cunts, there are the cunts.
Oh, no, that's way too high.
No, I'm not going to.
I can't go any higher than that without nipping myself.
I can't do it. I can't.
Good to see you back anyway, old fucking bear.
Yeah, you know, can't stay away forever, can you?
I know, you
need a
can't
bit
keep
of
away, can
normality.
you?
Just a bit of fucking normality. But it don't take long until you realise, fuck. You know what's
Normality.
funny? It was
Normality
funny.
doesn't
It was
lick
funny
windows.
because over on this side, it was like a year ago, get rid of bear, and this community was going to be like wholesome and like, you know, free of toxicity. How did that go?
Really well, really well.
You know what I mean? It's one of those. Yeah, but you know what it is? I don't mean to
always
sound
fair.
rude, but I was shutting down. I was only going to do till 8. I've got a few things I need to do before I jump over onto societies later at night.
That's better if you shut down soon, because then I've been, I've seen, and I can be gone as well. No problem.
Nah,
You
Sam, I
can't.
appreciate you coming up next time. Be earlier.
No
man.
problem. I'm glad. No, I'm glad I don't have to stay too long, because
I like having you on panel.
I felt like I was interrupting some sort of an educational, political kind of debate, and I just wanted to come and say that everyone's a cunt.
Yeah, I know.
But everyone is a cunt. No, it's always weird.
Nah, God bless you all anyway, man. Thanks for coming.
Anyway,
up.
take it easy. Thank you for calling, and thank you for having me. Good night. God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
Take care, Babs.
Bye-bye.
J, again, much
Take it
appreciate
easy.
you coming up, man. I'll probably see you over on Societies in a little bit. Might not be there at the very start, but I'll try and catch it as early on as I can.
Yeah, me either.
It was like scientifical though. I feel like I was like a spare part just sat there last night. Way too highly sophisticated conversations.
It's not
way above my
sophisticated.
pay
It's a
grade.
bunch of fucking me, Reese, and Bumpkin are a bunch of fucking. We're either stoned or we were stoners, or we've got that stoner mentality, and then we'll look into stuff, sit there in silence, and then be like, "Ooh," and nerd out. Like we're just nerds. It's not like an intelligent thing. We're just stoners.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, I appreciate you anyway, bro, and I'll see you over there.
No, you too, man. I'll catch you over there in a bit, mate. I'll be there later. Catch you later. Good to see you guys. Bye bye.
Catch you later.
UK, same with you, bro. Much love. Appreciate you. And
catch you all
hopefully
soon.
catch you in a bit, mate. And everyone else as well. Much love to all of you. Thanks for coming in. I know she thinks I absolutely hate her, but I don't. I think Laura is live if people want to go over to Laura's while they're waiting for Society. But Society, I'm sure he said 9. If not, it will be 10 o'clock, I think. I can't see anything scheduled as of yet. But yeah, he said 9. But yeah, much love to everyone that come in. I'll go through everyone again that's shown some support through donations or memberships as well. DP Audits, much love to you, bro. Susan, with a £10 super chat, much appreciated. Tricky Tree, member, appreciate you. Vanda was a well, she's actually been a member for 29 months. 29 months. Jesus Christ. That's nearly as long as Anne-Marie. I think she had been a a member for 32 or maybe 36, something silly like that. Crazy number. Tricky Tree with the super chat as well. Anne-Marie Thompson as well. And Anne-Marie Thompson, I don't know where it's disappeared to. But it was there. But Anne-Marie Thompson, actually, I don't know why it's not showing on the thing. But she also sent a £20 super chat as well as the 5, I believe. So thank you for that. And also Princess Angela becoming a new member to the channel also. So thank you very much to all of you guys. It's much appreciated. Laura's link. Big G's give it here. Look. And she thinks I hate her. She's got me blocked over there as well. And there's me fucking plugging her channel. What a bad guy I am. What a meanie I am. Anyway, thanks for coming in, guys. Peggy, Outlaw King, Tricky Tree, Big G, Connie Thunder, Argument, Anne-Marie, all the people I just mentioned, obviously. There's many more of you. Jerry, much love, bro, to you, even though I can't see your comment, but I know you're in there somewhere. Jerry, there you are. I knew you. Connie Thunder. And if I've missed anyone, which I know I have, loads of people. Radio Bab, Traveling Tim, Looney Tunes, Henry Hoover, and the list goes on of good people. Optical Turnkey, Cheeky Chops, and so on. Diesel Cardi, and the list goes on. Thanks again, people, and I'll see you over on Societies. Take care.